not allow Americas to get any short fields, because this is an offense that can explode. You don't want to give them any extra room to work with on offense. Friendship Tigers, Americas won the toss, deferred, so Friendship will receive, and they'll move. Getting my directions, I believe, from north to south here at the sack.
I'll trust you.
I'm pretty sure that's the directions that were faced. I was just basing off of where the sun was when we came in. It's pitch dark here in El Paso. We are on a different time zone where it's 5:59 local time. Of course, 7:59 back, or 6:59 back home, almost 7 o'clock for the tip. Shane used his compass on his iPhone and confirmed that I was correct. So
perfect.
I'm happy.
Shane's a man that has a lot of tools,
yeah,
always ready to help out. He got us here, that's for sure. Made sure we made it.
That's right.
On time. We are on time tonight as this kickoff is about to get underway. Tigers have taken their positions. Ty Glass in the back to receive for the Tigers.
America's in the all-red uniforms with the blue helmets, the America's A on the helmets. The Tigers wearing the white unis, white helmets with the Friendship Tiger paw on the side. They have the blue pants on with the gold stripe this evening.
Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff is now as they put a boot to it, and it is going to be a line drive downfield to an up man, and he will take a knee immediately there. And that is David Kirkpatrick who grabs that one at the 20, took a knee there, and that is where the Tigers will start from their own 20-yard line.
Tigers will be led on the field by the quarterback himself, Donovan Smith, the 6'4" senior, 210 pounds. He has got 24 touchdowns on the season compared to just 7 picks. 2,865 yards on the season. He's also got 435 yards rushing and 10 rushing touchdowns. We'll likely see him eclipse the 3,000-yard passing mark tonight, possibly in the first half.
I hope so, and I hope plenty more to add to it. I hope this Tiger offense is humming. William Bayouth out to Donovan Smith's right, trips on the far side. The ball's on the near hash. Klein Coker, the lone receiver, on the near side. Smith calls for it in the shotgun as always. He's looking left, and now he'll be flushed out to his right. He tucks the ball, and he'll pick up about 6 yards on that one. Check that, 1 yard, 6 from where he was standing. So a 1-yard pickup running for Donovan Smith. Tigers are going quickly, and they're in turbo mode. Drew Hocutt on the near side with Klein Coker, and it's a handoff to William Bayouth up the middle. He'll fall across the 30-yard line and be marked down there. It's a 4-yard pickup for Bayouth on second down.
Yeah, Tigers moving quickly. Now we'll slow it down just a bit on third down. And you don't want to start the game with a 3-and-out, so important down here.
Twin receivers both sides in tight. It's 3rd down and 5 from the Tigers' 30-yard line on the near hash. Bayouth moves behind Donovan Smith, goes out to protect. Smith looking downfield, doesn't have anybody open, and now he's going to have a man. It's Drew Hocutt across the 40. That's a first down for the Tigers. Hocutt will be marked down at the 42-yard line. That's a pickup of 12 for Hocutt on that pass and catch.
Yeah, really nice catch by Hocutt. He got sandwiched by 2 defenders but still held on to the football.
Trips on the far side again, and a lone receiver on the near side. It's Cooper Scott this time. Ball's in the near hash, but that'll be whistled dead. You're going to have an a false start on the Tigers on first down.
False start. I believe that was on the near side receiver, Cooper Scott. Not certain of that, but that is a you don't want to go backwards, obviously, but it's first down, so you've still got plenty of room to work with.
1st and 15 now from the 37-yard line for the Tigers. Trips on the far side. Lone receiver on the near side this time is Coker. Bayouth in the backfield with Smith. Smith drops back, and now it's a draw play, but the hole closes up quickly, and he'll be dropped for a 3-yard loss. So that now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 18 for the Tigers at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a draw from the get-go or if he just saw nothing was there and tried to run it up the middle, but that was a 2 negative plays in a row. Tigers going to have to get some yards here on 2nd down.
Twins on both sides. Ball still on the near hash. Going to go out to Jordan Maiden in the flat on the left side. Maiden's got room to run. He makes a man miss, and he'll be drugged down back at the original line of scrimmage, right around that 42-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 yards for Jordan Maiden on that pass and catch.
Yeah, Maiden just using pure speed there. No blockers in front. Catches it and sees how many yards he can get. So makes it 3rd and more manageable, but it's still a 3rd and 10 Tigers.
3rd and 10 here early. Clock just ticked under 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Twins on both sides again. Ball's on the far hash this time as the Prairie Dogs come up and look back to the sideline for the play. Ticking down to about 10 seconds on the play clock here. Need to move. Donovan Smith calls for it in the shotgun. William Bayouth goes out. Now they have the screen set up. It goes to Bayouth. Plenty of room to run. He runs past a defender and falls across the 45-yard line on the other side of the field. Looks like we have a penalty coming in, or we had whistles coming in.
I think we had illegal formation on the Tigers, so unfortunately I think you had a receiver covered up over here on the near side. It was a flag thrown immediately at the snap, so illegal formation pushes the Tigers back. Instead of a 13-yard gain, it ends up being a 5-yard loss, and 3rd and 15 for Friendship. Perfect play call, wasted.
So 3rd and 15, yeah, it was a great play call. You're right, Choice. Nice effort there by William Bayouth. 3rd and 15 now for the Tigers from the 37-yard line. They are going to have 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far. Jordan Maiden and Cooper Scott on that far side. Drew Hocutt and Klein Coker on the near side. Bayouth is to Donovan Smith's right. Ball's on that far hash. Smith calls for it. He's got nice protection out there as he looks downfield. He's going to go way downfield. He's got Cooper Scott behind the defense, and he falls back for it, but it's just a little bit over his outstretched hand. Nice defense out there, and that'll be an incomplete pass from Donovan Smith to Cooper Scott.
Yeah, Evan Chisholm on the coverage there. Technically great defense as he stayed with the ball, turned his head around and got a hand on it right in front of Cooper Scott's face. So Tigers have the offense on the field. Pretty aggressive play here. Now, the Tigers are without their normal punter in Cage Jones, so you could see Donovan Smith with a kick.
And it is. Cage Jones, as Choice said, unavailable tonight. Donovan Smith punts it down to the 10-yard line, so the quick kick there, and the Tigers will flip the field nicely. It'll be actually down to the 9-yard line, and that's where Americas will take over.
And that's something Americas would not have seen at all on film this season, because Smith has not done that. And it worked out extremely well. A 35-yard punt. Oh, excuse me, 53-yard punt.
Shane's fingers don't go the right direction. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, really nice job flipping the field there. Nice kick by Donovan Smith as well. And you're right, they didn't expect it at all. They had no one back there in the backfield to receive that one. So that Tiger defense steps in now, and Americas has 2 receivers split out wide in a stacked formation here, 2 backs in the backfield. It's going to be a quick handoff to Dumas, who's going to make a man miss and come around past the 20, and then he'll run out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Nice pickup there, and he definitely shows the speed on the 15-yard pickup.
15-yard pickup by Dumas, and he just makes it look easy as he glides across the field.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy you can see the shiftiness in. So no one in the backfield this time. Trips on the far side, 2 receivers on the near. Ball's on the near hash for the quarterback, Michael Knoll. Knoll goes out to sets up the wide receiver screen, and he'll be met with some contact but shed it, and ultimately drugged down by Evan Barbosa, but it will be a first down and a pickup of 10 for Americas. He shed a linebacker quickly and was able to get out for that first down.
Tackling will be key tonight because you can't give up plays and go for extra yards more than they need to.
Dumas set deep back behind Nolan. It's a handoff to him right up the middle. He's met immediately by Evan Barbosa and many more on that Tiger defense. He'll pick up 2 on the play, and that brings up 2nd down and 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, nice play defensively by the Tigers, just marking up the middle. You've got the linebackers filling the holes perfectly and gave Dumas no room to get free.
You know, the dive really hurt the Tigers against Tascosa, Choice, and here's an opportunity where going up the gut doesn't do a whole lot for them on first down.
Yeah, a little bit of different offense, obviously.
Sure.
But this is a Tiger defense that wants to make up for what they were deficient in last week.
Dumas in the backfield again, and Joshua Ruvalcaba, the fullback. You're going to have a flag on the play. I'm assuming that's going to be offsides or holding, and Dumas will lay down the boom on the receiver. It's Daniel Garland as he crosses the 50, and he'll be drugged down and marked at the Tigers' 47-yard line. I believe we're going to get a holding penalty on this play, though.
Actually, they're going to spot it, so I think we may get an offsides on Friendship. I thought it may be an illegal formation on Americas, but they do call offside, so it's declined, and a big gain for Americas puts them in the plus territory.
So big pickup there for Americas as they reset now from the Tigers' 46-yard line. Trips on the far side, lone receiver on the near side. Dumas in the backfield to the left of Knoll. Knoll drops way back. He's got a man in his face. Robert Hernandez is chasing him in the backfield, and now he's going to try to tuck it and run. He picks up 3 yards past the line of scrimmage as he goes out of bounds, tackled out there by Kason Brito.
Yeah, good containment by the Tigers. They saw he was able to get outside the pocket, but saw Brito, saw Logan Douglas out there as well.
I'll check myself on that choice. I think that was actually Stefano Sanchez. I didn't think that body type looked quite right. I saw the 3.
Yeah, but good containment by the Tigers to keep him in check.
So now 2nd down and 7 from the 43-yard line of Friendship. Trailblazers moving the ball fairly easily on this drive here. Knoll takes it in the shotgun. He's going to pull it down. It's a draw play by him. Logan Douglas is there to meet him, and he's drugged down from behind as well. This time it is by Casey Brito. He'll pick up 2 more on that one, and that brings up 3rd down and 6. Check that, 3rd down and 5 from the 41-yard line.
Longest 3rd down attempt for Americas tonight. And one thing that makes that America's team so difficult to deal with is they have almost no negative plays this season. When they have their bad plays, they're maybe falling forward for a yard or 2.
And it's developing slowly here, down to about 10 seconds on the play clock as America's now comes to the line. Tiger defense doing a lot of communicating with each other out there, talking about where they need to be. You got a man in motion coming far to near. Ball's midfield. Goes back to Knoll. He's going to roll out to his left. He's looking to pass, and he'll go to an open receiver at the 30-yard line. He'll be drugged down there by Elijah Garcia just past the 30, down at the 27-yard line. It's Ryan Acosta, their leading receiver. He's a senior, 75 receptions for 1,250 yards and 9 touchdowns this season.
Almost every single big play has gone to Acosta this season as far as the passing game goes.
So Knoll this time takes it in the backfield, and he'll roll out to his right. Tigers get in the backfield quickly. Logan Douglas and Colton Anderson lead the way to drag him down. That's a 3-yard loss for the Trailblazers, and now you'll bring up 2nd down and 13 for them at the Tigers' 30-yard line.
There's that first negative play of the game for the Friendship defense. We'll see if they're able to take advantage of it, because when you get them moving backwards, it takes Dumas a little bit out of the game. Obviously, he's got some big playability, but you can't just run it up the middle like normal when you get those negative plays.
2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Ball still in the middle of the field at the Tigers' 30-yard line. And now we're going to have a timeout come in from Americas. Do we have extra men on the field there, George?
No, I believe they had the 11. I was just not sure why they called the timeout there.
So here during the timeout, I want to remind you, don't miss the UIL Football State Championships on December 18th through the 21st at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, you can visit uiltexas.org. It's a great time of the year.
Always a great
Looking
time
forward
of the year.
to the best holiday in Thanksgiving, another pretty good holiday in Christmas.
Yep.
And it's Texas high school football playoff season.
Man, it's a lot of fun. This is the time of the year that you want to be, well, obviously playing some postseason football, but it gets nice and chilly in the air. And
yeah, it's hunting season.
It's not
Don't
too
forget
chilly.
about that.
It is hunting season. It's not too chilly here in El Paso. It's a little nippy, but not as bad as we're used to up north.
Good contingent of Tiger faithful over there on the far side. Now 2 receivers on the far side for Americas, 1 on the near, and 1 man in the backfield. Knoll takes it. He drops back, and now he's going to feel the pressure, let the pocket develop around him, and run forward. He gets across the 20, and he's dropped there by Daniel Garland at the 18-yard line. So very near a first down. He'll be about 1 yard shy, bringing up 3rd down and 1 for the Trailblazers.
Knoll is a guy that doesn't run a lot, but he is effective when he does so. 376 yards on the season. He's also got 6 rushing touchdowns.
Now a jumbo set comes in for Americas, just 1 receiver on the near side, but 3 men in the backfield behind Knoll and a big right side. They hand it off immediately to Dumas, and he'll sneak across for 2 yards on the play, and that'll be a first down for Americas. So they will have a new set of downs here in the Tigers' red zone.
Tigers had 10 in the box, but it didn't matter. El Paso Americas, if you've got the leading rusher in the state, you know you've got some beef up front. They definitely have a solid offensive line. 5 seniors on that offensive line.
One thing that the coaches noticed in prepping for this game is that they stack one or the other side of the line choice, and they did right there, so you're not exactly sure if they're going to sweep around or come up the gut. This one, a bad snap, goes way back. It's at the 35-yard line. Tigers and Americas are fighting for it. It's still alive, and it's picked up by a Tiger defender, and it's run down just short of the 40-yard line of Americas. It's Tristan Laughlin who ultimately picks it up. He'll be marked down as Tiger football at the Americas 43-yard line.
And, Keith, that was about to be a trick play coming up. You had the quarterback Knoll split out wide. That was a direct snap going to one of the running backs, and running back wasn't ready for it. So they snap it into the backfield, and the Tigers extremely beneficial of the first mistake of the night. Looks like America's was charging. Friendship defense comes up with a big play, and in plus territory, the offense needs to take advantage now.
So first down now for Friendship as the offense makes their way out from the America's 43-yard line. Great opportunity here. Heads-up play there by the Tiger defense, not giving up on it. Tristan Laughlin, great job getting all over that ball. So twin receivers on the near side, balls on the near hash. Two receivers on the far side, wide apart. Donovan Smith takes it, hands it off immediately to William Bayouth, who battles his way through the line and is drugged down at the 40-yard line. He'll have a pickup of 4 on that one, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Bayouth, a hard-nosed runner. Every time he gets the ball, he's one of those that falls forward. But it's going to be tough to get yards tonight.
Actually, a 3-yard gain there. Fake handoff to Bayouth this time. Donovan Smith will be met in the backfield, but shed the tackler. He's on the run, and he gets it to Drew Hocutt over the top. Hocut's down at the 5-yard line as Donovan Smith shows that arm, throwing on the run, and Drew Hocutt hauls a nice one in down deep.
And that's where that chemistry between those two works out so well. Smith got out of the pocket. Hocutt saw his eyes, went up the field, and he dropped it in nicely.
So Tigers now at the 5-yard line of America's. It is a fake handoff to Bayouth and sidearms it in to Drew Hocutt in the back of the end zone, but it's knocked down. Dangerous pass there and well defended by America's by Freddie De La Torre. Had an opportunity there possibly to grab a pick. You're glad you just knocked it down.
Yeah, Hocutt tried to go a little bit deeper on the slant there, but great job by the defender to keep his eyes on the quarterback. He was ready for it.
So Klein Coker on the near side. It's Cooper Scott, Drew Hocutt on the far side. Jordan Maiden checks out for Ty Glass coming in, and he will check in on the near side. Ball's on the near hash with William Bayouth in the backfield. As everyone comes set, Donovan Smith calls for it. It's going to be a keeper by Smith. The draw play, he spins out a defender, and that's going to be a touchdown, Tigers. Woo. Donovan Smith spins out of the arms of a tackler and in for the Tigers' first touchdown of the day. They'll lead it 6-0 with 3:48 left in this first quarter.
There's some guys you just say, man, that is a Division I athlete, and Donovan Smith showed why right there. Looked like he was going to be taken down about 3 yards out of the end zone, but the spin move is what gets him into the end zone easily. Beautiful play.
It reminded me of that move that Andre Emmett used to have in the lane. It was a very similar spin move, hard step. Line comes set, and now you will have an encroachment here, I believe, by America's. We mentioned Cage Jones unavailable tonight for the Tigers. Cooper Scott handling those kicking duties as he's back there to kick this extra point.
Yeah, so everything's a little bit more nervous when you've got a backup kicker in, no matter who it is. And Cooper Scott is going to be moved back. No, it will actually be encroachment.
I believe it was as the Tiger offensive line came set, which they do in every kick.
Yeah.
The America's defense came across the neutral zone and made contact.
Interestingly, the Tigers decline it instead of moving a yard and a half forward. They're just going to decline it and kick it like normal.
Well, one thing you love, you got Tanner Higgins in holding, and he's held every kick this entire season. So you have sure hands back there and a guy that knows exactly how this goes. Line comes set, snap is back to Higgins. It's down. The kick is up by Cooper Scott, and it is good. His first PAT of the season, and the Tigers lead at 7-0 over El Paso America's. 3:48 left in the first quarter. This is Friendship Tiger football on Double T 97.3.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friendship TV.
And 3, Lubbock Sports Station.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff occurred during the break. Ryan Acosta, the receiver, takes it near the 10-yard line and brings it out to the 22-yard line of America's. As everyone comes set and this offense is about ready to get rolling again. I don't think I've ever seen so many men on an offensive line unless it's a kick choice. There's a lot of folks up there as the ball is swapped out.
There's a lot of beef, no question about it. Which they just tossed the ball to the sideline. And he tossed the exact same ball back. So I think we're good to go.
All right, so one receiver on either side. Ball's near the near hash. It's a handoff to Dumas immediately, and he is met by Tiger defenders as he falls over his own players. It's Logan Douglas who leads the way, and he gets out to the 29-yard line for a pickup of 6.
On the previous drive, the Friendship Tigers only need 4 plays to go 43 yards, 36 seconds off the clock, and Donovan Smith runs it in from 5 yards out to put the Tigers up 7-0 with 3:15 and counting here in the first quarter.
Ball's on the near hash, 2 men in the backfield, Dumas and Ruvalcaba, who is leading the way, and it is a handoff to, it's a keeper this time by,
I think Dumas took a direct snap.
Dumas took a direct snap. Thank you very much, Joyce. He'll get across the 30-yard line out to the 32, and that brings up 3rd down and 1 for the America's Trailblazers.
3rd down and 1 was good for the Tigers on the previous drive. That's when the snap went deep, and Tigers were able to recover the fumble. I'm guessing we're probably going to see a run right up the gut here.
Little more standard play here. 3 in the backfield. Noel under center. That's stacked right side of the line again. It's a handoff to Dumas. He's met quickly, but he will fall forward depending on the spot here.
It's going to be right at it.
It is right at that 1st down, and we're waiting to see this crew from San Antonio exactly where they place the ball.
It's going to be 4th down.
It is very close, and it is. They call 4th down. Don't see the chains coming in right now, so 4th and 1 for Americas. The clock ticking close down to 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Opportunity for a huge momentum boost for the Tigers if they could get a stop deep in America's own territory.
Stack line, 3 men in the backfield again, loaded on that right side as we've seen, and it's a sneak by Noel, who does look like he falls across for what he needs, so he'll pick up a yard on that rush as he ducks under everyone, and that's a new set of downs now for Americas in their own territory. That's a gamble right there, but they'll have 1st and 10 from their own 34.
Yeah, that is it takes a lot of gumption to go for it from there, but it does pay off, and it gets Americas to at least extend the drive right now. They are a team that is used to picking up yards in big chunks. Tigers, for the most part tonight, have been able to hold them down in check.
Lone receiver on the far side. Ball's on the near hash. 3 men in the backfield once again with Noel. It's a handoff this time. No, it's a fake handoff to Dumas. He's going to go over the top into triple coverage. Colton Anderson knocks it down as he tried to get the ball out to his receiver, and it ended up being no go there. Dangerous throw there by Noel. It could have been a completely different situation there for both teams.
Yeah, that was one where they actually get behind the defense. The offensive lineman, as he's listed at, I think tied into that situation, Giovanni Omato, goes deep and got behind the defense, but the ball was unfortunately a little bit underthrown, allowed Anderson to get back to it, and great defensive play.
Ball's on the near hash, 5 receivers set, 4 on the far side. Now they send a man in motion on the near side. It's a snap to Noel, who has to spin out of the defensive pressure. Logan Douglas is chasing him, gets a hand on him, and slings him out of bounds. He'll pick up 3 yards on the play. He was just fighting to stay alive there, and the Tiger defense was not going to let him get past him.
Fantastic containment by Logan Douglas as he kept him in front of him, grabbed just enough jersey to sling him, spin him around, and throw him out of bounds. I think they ended up giving him about 4 yards.
I think it was 2 yards.
Oh, excuse me, 2 yards. Yes, you're correct on the play, and that will bring up a 3rd and longer than they're used to. This is one where Friendship really needs to get off the field.
I think it actually was
about 3 yards.
About close to a 3 yard. Yeah, just a little shy of 3 yards. Give him 3 yards there, Mr. Langen. You have a man in motion far side to near. It's Acosta. Noel rolls out to his right. He's trying to look downfield, but he's got a man in his face, and he drags him down. My goodness, Jake Gilbert fights through his block and drags the quarterback down for a 4-yard loss on the play. Wow, Jake Gilbert would not be denied.
Phenomenal play by Jake Gilbert as he was kind of playing spy on the quarterback. Once he saw the screen wasn't there, he took a dead sprint at the quarterback, ran through the offensive lineman to get there, and kind of took down both at the same time for the 3-yard loss, and Friendship Tigers have forced a punt.
First punt of the game as far as we know here. That is a punt. No trick plays. You have Ty Glass in the backfield. He will back away from it, and it will be downed near the 32-yard line. That is where it's marked, 32-yard line of Friendship. They'll take over there. We have 38 seconds left in this quarter. Tigers lead at 7-0 over the El Paso America's Trailblazers here at home at the SAC.
Solid start to this game, Keith. We've seen Friendship get off to fast starts. Remember, they led 28-0 early on against Midland Lee, or led 28-7 in that game against Midland Lee, and ran out of steam I think this team has learned from those experiences, and you'll see themselves paced a little bit more and really know how important these scoring opportunities are.
Trips on the far side, ball's on the near hash. It's a fake handoff to William Bay Youth, and Donovan Smith takes it around the left side. He moves out of one tackle, and then as he tries to make the corner, he's drugged down by the legs. He gets a 2-yard pickup on that one, and that brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers from their own 34-yard line.
Nice block outside by Maiden. Smith might have misread it just a little bit, gone to the outside instead of the inside, but still a little bit of a gain on 1st down.
Stacked twins on both sides. Donovan Smith in the shotgun. Bay Youth goes out in the flat, and that's where he'll go. To Bay Youth, who catches it at about the 32-yard line. He picks and weaves his way through, and he'll get all the way out to the 44-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Tigers. Pickup of 10 for William Bay Youth, but I think we got a holding penalty, and it's going to walk it back.
We are going to have a holding penalty. It was a really late flag by the white hat, but look up and see the offensive lineman laying on top of someone. They're usually going to throw that flag, even if it is a little reactionary. But it ends up going from a 10-yard gain into a 10-yard loss for the Tigers.
3 seconds remain on the clock here before the end of the quarter, and now it is run. And we will have the end of the first quarter here at the Student Activity Center complex at Socorro ISD. It is 7-0 Friendship over El Paso Americas here in the bi-district round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. This is Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at SheCanSTEM.
7-3.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. The start of the second quarter, Tigers lead at 7-0 over El Paso Americas. First play of the quarter, Donovan Smith rolls out on 2nd and 18 to his right, but under pressure, he ends up having to throw it away, and he does do that successfully. So 3rd and 18 for the Tigers. 4 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. He gets to Cooper Scott in the flat. They got the screen set up. He has one good block. He battles his way through and gets into around the 38-yard line. Nice pickup of about 10 for Cooper Scott, and that'll bring up 4th down and 5, though, for the Tigers.
Not quite enough, but it was plenty, as it now gives the Tigers a decision to make. I think we're going to see this all night long, where you're going to have the offense on the field, made of 13 yards for Cooper Scott on the previous play. You're going to have the offense on the field, but it makes the defense for El Paso Americas have to stay true, because Donovan Smith drops back right now. He's kind of in a short punt formation, and that's probably what we'll see all evening.
Yeah, it's very deep if that's going to be a shotgun, and he does boot it down deep. Donovan Smith really showing off the leg. That's a nice punt. It bounces at about the 16 and hangs up near the 10-yard line. The Tigers will down it between the 9 and the 10, and Americas will take over there. That was actually a 14-yard gain for Cooper Scott on that pass and catch on the previous play. Donovan Smith with a 52-yard.
He had a 53-yarder on the first one, 52-yarder on this one. And the advantage for that, obviously, is that they're not dropping it back a player to receive. So there's no receiver back there, and that helps you down a punt inside the 10 twice now.
Yeah. I bet they don't fall for it again.
I'm guessing not.
Then you have a chance to go for it. You got a short man.
To go for it, yep.
All right, so
it's dangerous.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 10-yard line of Americas. They will hand it off immediately to Dumas, who barrels his way into the middle of that Tiger defensive line. He picks up 5 on that rush, brings up 2nd down and 5 now from the 15-yard line.
2nd and 5, and Aaron Dumas, even on his short runs, he's muzzling through that offensive line.
The quarterback, Knoll, has actually checked out of the game, so 3 backs in the backfield now for El Paso Americas as they check their wristbands. Maybe look for a little trickeration here as well, Mr. Woodman. Sir Drennan is the receiver on the far side, another receiver on the near. It's a snap back to the man who's lined up as a quarterback, and he will barrel his way, and it's Dumas. Oh, my goodness. Dumas barrels past the Tiger defense. He gets the first down, but he's tripped up and drugged down about the 30-yard line. Check that, the 35. That's a pickup of 20 for Aaron Dumas. And, man, I missed who got the tackle their choice, but it was probably a touchdown-saving one.
Yes, it was, and I believe that was Colton Anderson on the play.
Twin receivers on both sides. Noel back in the backfield. Check that. Trips on the near side. Very tight on the near side as the ball's on the near hash. Ball goes back to Noel, who fakes the pass. Now he's going to go down deep on the far sideline. Good coverage out there by Elijah Garcia, and that ball will fall incomplete, just out of bounds, out of the reach of the receiver.
Not a bad ball thrown by Noel there, but a even better coverage put on by Elijah Garcia, as you mentioned. He was blanketing the receiver without, of course, committing a penalty, and that puts him in a 2nd down and 10 situation.
Use the sideline to his advantage there. Twin receivers on the far side, one on the near. Ball's on the near hash for El Paso Americas. Noel calls for it, and it's a handoff to Dumas, who finds a nice hole in the backfield, and now he's off to the races. He's out in open territory, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to catch him, and they won't. So the Tigers give up a big rushing touchdown to Aaron Dumas. You knew he was going to get his. You wish it wasn't coming in those big plays. It'll be 7-6, Tigers over Americas, with an extra point incoming after the 65-yard run for a touchdown by Aaron Dumas.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame show. It's going to kind of be player versus player. Donovan Smith on the offensive side for Friendship, Aaron Dumas on the offensive side for El Paso Americas, and we've seen both make big plays. Dumas gets his right there, and Tigers just let too big of a gap up the middle.
The kick is up by the Americas kicker, and it is good. So with 10:16 left in the second quarter, it's all knotted up here in El Paso, 7-7. Tigers facing El Paso Americas. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. This is Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt
7-7 as your Gene Master Toyota kickoff is a pooch punt or pooch kick. It goes down and is mishandled by the Tiger up man, but it goes out of bounds safely, and it's going to be at the 42-yard line where they will take over.
That one was actually just about a perfect onside kick.
Way in the air.
It was pooched really high in the air, and he did call for a fair catch, so he has free right to that initially, but he fumbled it out of bounds. Fortunately, it goes straight out of bounds, and the Tigers will maintain possession and actually get some good starting field position. El Paso Americas goes 4 plays, 90 yards, 1:13 off the clock, and Aaron Dumas breaks free for the 65-yard touchdown run to tie it up at 7 apiece with 10:16 left to play here in the first half.
Twin receivers on both sides. Ball's on the near hash. Donovan Smith has it. He's looking downfield. He'll get it to Drew Hoke. Oh, check that. Cooper Scott as across the 50. Scott's hit immediately, but he's down for an 11-yard gain on that pass and catch, and that's a first down for the Tigers. Now they're in plus territory at the 47-yard line.
The Tigers with just a nice little stop route right there by Cooper Scott, and strong arm shown off by Donovan Smith.
Now that was actually a 10-yard gain, but still a first down. Donovan Smith with the ball again. Good protection out there. He'll go to Jordan Maiden in the same spot, right at the 40-yard line. Now he'll be marked out at the 39, so that brings up 2nd down and 1 after the 9-yard pickup to Maiden.
Now remember, this is an Americas team that has 73.5 sacks on the season. Tigers have been able to keep them at bay so far tonight.
Donovan Smith going deep downfield. Cooper Scott's got to step on his man, but that ball will sail just a little bit and go out of bounds near the 10-yard line. I was about to tell you to start knocking on wood over here.
I'm knocking.
Mr. Woodman, I appreciate that. But that one falls incomplete for Donovan Smith and the Tigers. Things slow down a little bit here and brings up second down. Check that, 3rd down and 1 from the 39-yard line.
Keith, I'm just trying to compliment Cody Barker, Cody Halpayne, Ty Johnson, Jack Woodward, and Caleb Eugenis because, well, they've been really good so far tonight at protecting Donovan Smith, and the Tigers have been good at getting the ball out of his hands quickly as they knew that pass rush was coming. They're going to take a timeout. Friendship is here. We'll keep it right here, but this is kind of the game we've been expecting, Keith.
Yep.
We knew coming into it these are two pretty evenly matched teams. And Friendship has done what we've expected out of them. El Paso Americas has been impressive on the offensive side of the football, but this is one of those where possessions are at such a premium.
They are.
You feel like when you don't score, it's a missed opportunity no matter the situation.
Right. And Coach Northcutt, as you heard in the pregame show, talked about this is a team that he really feels like can compete day in and day out, week in and week out in District 2 6A. That's a compliment because he constantly talks about 2 6A and what a meat grinder it is. So a tough team, and Tigers are showing up well right now. So man in motion, it's William Bayouth out of the backfield, but Donovan Smith's going to keep it, take it to a wide open right side of the field. Nice blocking out there by Klein Coker, and Donovan Smith will go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. At the 18 is where he's marked out. A little bit of late contact out of bounds, but no flags come in. And that's a pickup of 22 yards on the rush by Donovan Smith.
Yeah, they end up marking him down at the 17, a 22-yard gain. And Donovan Smith, fantastic play call. Smith does it all with his legs. After that, as Americas was expecting a run just straight up the middle, and Smith took it to the outside.
Trips on the near side, lone receiver on the far side. He's going to go immediately to Drew Hokut in the flat. Nice blocking out there by Jordan Maiden, but Drew Hokut's caught around the shoelaces as he's just across the 20. He'll lose a yard on that pass and catch, and that brings up 2nd down and 11 now for the Tigers as the clock ticks below 9:30 left in the first half.
Hokut's 3rd catch of the night. He's got 46 yards so far to lead Tiger receivers. Donovan Smith, 7 of 11 through the air for 88 yards.
It's Coker and Hokut on the far side. It's Cooper Scott on the near side. Jordan Maiden's in the backfield, and the ball is on the near hash. It shows you why Drew Hokut picked up his 3rd preferred walk-on offer so far of his senior season, this time from SMU. Donovan Smith fake handoff to William Bayouth, and he's going to go to Klein Coker at the 15-yard line. Coker makes the catch and holds on. He's hit immediately, and he'll be marked down at the 13-yard line. So a pickup there of 6 yards for Klein Coker on the pass and catch, and you have a 4th down incoming, but Tigers are deep in America's territory.
Yeah, really nice open field tackle by Freddie De La Torre. If he doesn't make that tackle, Coker's got a lot of green in front of him, potentially a touchdown, but Tigers with a 3rd down here. Curious with the kicking situation if this is 4-down territory, but Tigers would like to not get to that 4th down.
So 3rd down and 6, not 4th down, as I misled you to believe. Twin receivers both sides. Ball's on the far hash this time. Donovan Smith takes it. It's going to be a draw play. He keeps it, tucks it, and goes. Nobody touches him, and that's a touchdown, Tigers. Donovan Smith takes it all the way in for a touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Tigers will lead at 13-7 with 8:21 left here in this first half.
Just another nice play by Donovan Smith. A great play call, but Smith plants in the backfield, had a defender in his face, jukes him out, and straight to the end zone from there. Good blocking up the middle by Ty Johnson, the center, and Jack Woodward on the right side of that offensive line.
Cooper Scott back to kick. Line comes set. Snap is back and down. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 8:21 left in the first half, Tigers lead it over El Paso Americas 14-7. This is Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff is lined up as Cooper Scott takes his place, checks his line, and he will put a foot to it. He sends it downfield nicely. It's going to go near to the 15-yard line. It'll be picked up there by Acosta, the wide receiver, but he is drugged down in the backfield. David Kirkpatrick gets him. They give him forward progress at the 20-yard line. Nice open field tackle on a very tough wide receiver there as a return man. And the America's Trailblazers will take over at the 20.
Yeah, really nice play there. The Friendship Tigers put together a little bit more of an extended drive. 8 plays, 58 yards, 1:55 off the clock, and Donovan Smith does it again. 13 yards out to the house for the touchdown. Tigers leading at 14-7 with 8:15 to play here in the first half of action.
So Noel takes over here as he has lone receivers on either side, and it's a delay. No, it's a delayed keeper by him. He looks back to Dumas, who stays with him on his side. He has no lead blocker. He's met at the line. They give him 5 yards on the carry, and that's where they mark him at the 25-yard line. Didn't look like he quite got that far, but
that was
gave him the forward progress.
Yeah, that was a busted play, Keith. He turned one direction to hand the ball off. Dumas wasn't on that side, so he just kept it himself. I don't think that was what they meant, but a 5-yard pickup on a busted play isn't bad.
Not bad at all for them. So handoff to Dumas up the middle this time. He's fighting away from defenders, but he will be ultimately brought down by Evan Barbosa, marked down at the 34-yard line. That's enough for the first down. That's a 9-yard pickup by Dumas, and they will now have a new set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 34.
May have been another touchdown-saving tackle by Barbosa that gets him from behind because he started to see some green in front of him.
So now ball on the far hash, and a handoff once again to Dumas as he barrels up the middle, and Tiger line brings him down, but a 6-yard pickup for him as he pushes that crowd forward out there. Clock ticking down close to 7 minutes left in the first half.
This game, Keith, is going to be won in the trenches one way or the other. And we've seen both just kind of have a slugfest, like a boxing match going back and forth between these offensive and defensive lines. There's series where one side wins it, and there's series where the other wins it.
Same set, one receiver on each side, and now the play will be stopped by flag, and it's going to be a false start by Americas, so they'll walk back here on 2nd and 4 and face a 2nd and 14.
Yeah, the right guard, Caleb Achando, just flinched a little bit early. You saw the left side of the Tiger defensive line jump up and point fingers. That means you did something wrong, so a benefiting play for the Tigers.
It's a handoff again to Dumas up the middle. He's drugged down by Robert Hernandez, and he picks that 6 yards back up. Check that. That was – go ahead, Choice. Tell me what you're miming at me here.
3-yard gain for
Thank
for
you.
Dumas.
A 3-yard gain for Dumas. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. Dumas, they may have gave him a long 3, maybe 4, but he just runs straight up the middle. And, again, not a huge hole, but he hits the hole so hard. He's always moving forward and moving the pile forward before anybody's able to bring him down. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers defense.
So 3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line. A little bit different set here. 2 men in the backfield for Noel, and he will fake the handoff to Dumas, but he's got Tristan Laughlin in his face. He does flip it out to Acosta, who does snag it and pull it in. He's drug out of bounds by Daniel Garland at the Tigers' 45-yard line, but a first down and plenty more there on the pass and catch to Acosta.
Yeah, that was just a play where it was a really nice drawn-up play-action play by El Paso Americas, and they're going to look to go quick here.
America's going quickly. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Ball's on the near hash. Hole drops back, and now he's going to pull it down and run. Tiger stayed home on him, and it's a fumble on the play. Elijah Garcia drags him down. The ball popped out at the end of the play, but they're going to mark him down at the 37-yard line of Friendship, so that'll be 2nd down and 2 now for Americas, and it does look like it was probably the right call.
I mean, you want him to get it right for sure, and looked like once his back hit is when the ball popped out. The ground jarred the ball loose, so no replay in high school football. You want them to get it right, and it seems like the officials did on that play.
Yes, sir.
It was an 8-yard gain, though, for Noel.
Moving a little slowly here, down to 7 seconds, and continuing to tick down. A man in motion now, 3, and the ball is snapped. Noel has in the backfield. Good protection, but he's got men all over him, and this time the ball is loose. There's a loose ball as they hit him while he tried to throw. It's picked up by an America's lineman and advanced past the first down marker. He'll get 3 yards past it, and that's going to end up being a first down for Americas. What a tough break for the Tigers.
Wow, that was very tough for the Tigers, and you're going to see Noel come out of the game because he was a little shaken up there. Got his arm hit and came forward with the empty hand. There's the empty hand rule. the forced fumble ends up in a fumble recovery and a first down for El Paso Americas, unfortunately.
So Ruvalcaba, or check that, it's Dumas and Tyler Perez in the backfield along with Ruvalcaba. It's going to be Dumas taking a direct snap. He's going to pull it down and run it himself. He'll be met by that Tiger line and tripped up and dropped for a 7-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 3 now for the Trailblazers from the 28-yard line.
Dumas, as advertised, 15 carries for 165 yards tonight. A lot of that coming on one play, a 65-yard touchdown run, but he is he's been impressive to say the very least.
Very quick off the step, shifty, and now we'll have a timeout coming in from El Paso Americans.
Yeah, even if you take that entire 65-yard touchdown away, he's still got 100 yards right now, and he has been a good runner. He's definitely a Division I back, and one the Tigers have had a little trouble containing, but all in all, you've given up 7 points to a good offense.
Yes.
4:02 left here in the first half, and if you can limit that to 7 points or 10 points going into the locker room, you got to feel pretty good.
So something I noticed when we were prepping for this choice, that they've only had 2 interceptions on the season, but they've had 13 fumbles that they've given up. And so you've certainly seen some of that go on tonight. That's something this opportunistic Tiger defense could take advantage of and continue to throughout the evening.
And when you're a team that runs as much as El Paso Americas, you would expect that.
Sure.
But this is a Tiger defense that has been exactly what you said, opportunistic on the season, and they've gained 13 turnovers or 13 takeaways on the year.
Everybody's slowly getting back out to their places here as the lines now come set out of the timeout. Single receiver on each side. Noel's still not in the game. Dumas takes the direct snap. He's going to take it around to the right. He has a lead blocker out there. He finds himself a hole, and Tigers are going to get to him inside the 5. He tries to hurdle a man and goes head over heels down to the 2-yard line. Big pickup for him. Elijah Gomez was the one that came in there and made the touchdown-saving tackle. You're inside of 4 minutes left in the half. Tigers lead at 14-7.
Touchdown-saving tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 2, so Tigers will have to make some sort of tremendous stand to keep them out of the end zone right now. Noel is back in the game at quarterback.
Noel back in, 3 men in the backfield behind him as he's under center. It's a handoff. He's met immediately by Evan Barbosa, and then 2 more Tigers, Colton Anderson and Tristan Laughlin, come in to help. That will be no gain. Check that 1-yard loss on the play. So 2nd and 3 now. 2nd and goal from the 3 for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, fantastic penetration, as you mentioned. But Barbosa leads the way and just gets Dumas from behind. He was kind of trying to be patient on the right side of that line, but Barbosa comes from the backside and makes the play.
Noel under center, 2 in the backfield behind him, and Dumas back very deep. Noel's going to be bouncing around. They're going to get to him in the backfield. The Tigers get the sack. I believe it was Tristan Laughlin that got to him first. I'm trying to get a number choice, and it was right. Tristan Laughlin gets in the backfield. Noel didn't know where to go, and Laughlin drug him down for a nice loss.
I think you saw another busted play right there. Noel looked like he's looking for the screen on the left side, but Dumas was in there blocking. Dumas was the one that looked like was supposed to go out for the screen. So that is another fortunate play for the Tigers.
So a 1-yard loss there on that sack choice. So 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line now as the Tigers pushing them ever so slightly backwards, and the clock now under 2:30 left in this half.
Yeah, clock's playing a little bit of a factor here. Tigers only have 1 timeout left, so you don't really want to spend it at this point. And Americas will spend their 2nd timeout of the half.
I think that's their 3rd choice. They had one in the first quarter and just called another one a moment ago.
Okay.
So I think that's their last one.
I think they had 2 on the board, but I think you may be right on that. So Tigers in a situation here where you really would love to force them into a field goal attempt, and if you can do that, you feel like that's a win all in itself, and there's still enough time for the Tigers to go score.
Oh, absolutely.
This situation with 2:19 left on the clock, you could really have an opportunity to get some points on the board, whether that be a field goal or a touchdown.
And remember, America's deferred, so they will be getting the ball after the half. So
True.
A score before halftime here for the Tigers could be very big, but this stand is what's in front of you now, and definitely a big moment here for this Tiger defense. They've stood up tall before. We've seen them do it, and here's an opportunity for them to do the same. And might wonder if a little trickeration might come this way from this America's offense, something that they did not execute well earlier.
And they will bring out Noel once again. So
I thought it was a field goal.
Normal set.
For a moment.
Still third down.
So Noel in the shotgun this time. 2 men in the backfield. There's 2 receivers out to the far side. Ball's midfield. Now a man in motion. It's Acosta coming far to near. And it will be a delayed handoff to Dumas. He will dive his way through Tiger linebackers, and that'll be a touchdown for Americas. So 2:15 left in this half, and it will be 13-14 as the Americas extra point is incoming.
You know what, Keith? Sometimes offensive coordinators can outthink themselves, and I think they didn't right there. You give it to your all-star running back, and Aaron Dumas was able to just run that straight up the gut with a head of steam. He had a 8-yard head start as he was 8 yards deep in the backfield.
Yes, he did. So the extra point unit is in. Ordonez sends it up, and it is good for Americas. So with 2:15 left in the first half, it's all knotted up again at the SAC in El Paso, Texas. 14-14 in the bi-district round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. This is Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Tigers, we're number one. 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 Friendship Tigers.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friendship TV.
Double T 97.3, Lubbock Sports Station.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. Keith Patrick alongside Choice Woodman. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff is now. He puts his foot into it. It goes to Ty Glass inside the 10-yard line. Glass comes out with a head of steam, finds himself a gap, and he's going to be across the 40, fighting off tacklers and stiff-arming out to the 45-yard line. Very nice return for Ty Glass of almost over 35 yards. Tigers will take over with nice field position with 2:05 left.
Well, that'll shorten the field for the offense and a really nice field position for the third time tonight. The Tigers have scored on the previous 2, but Americas was the one that scored on the previous drive. 12 plays, 80 yards, 6:06, a long drive for these two teams off the clock. And Aaron Dumas, a 4-yard touchdown run to tie it up at 14 apiece. We've got 2:05 to play here in the first half. Tigers are driving from the 45-yard line.
Twin receivers on both sides for the Tigers. Ball's on the near hash. Donovan Smith has it in the shotgun. Great protection by that line. He's going to go out to that near sideline again, this time to Cooper Scott at the 39-yard line, and he'll be marked out there. Nice pickup on the pass and catch to Cooper Scott. Tigers have a first down, and they're in plus territory.
Yeah, first down in plus territory, and a really nice pitch and catch there. I believe about a 14-yard gain on the
19-yard gain. Oh, check. It was on the 45. Yeah, you're right, Choice. So Twins on both sides again. Donovan Smith in the shotgun. He's going to go to the right side this time. The far side gets Klein Coker, jumps up to get it. He sheds a man. It's going down the sideline, the 10. That's the touchdown, Tigers. 1:47 left in this half, and a big pass and catch to Klein Coker from the 39-yard line. The Tigers have taken a lead late in the first half over El Paso Americas.
Klein Coker has not been an option to score just a ton this season, and he's kind of fourth on the list, but that is his 5th touchdown on the season. Couldn't have come at a bigger moment for Friendship. Just sheds one tackler and sprints to the end zone for the touchdown.
Really nice job to hug the sideline there by Coker and tiptoe his way down. The line comes set. The snap is back to Higgins. It's down. The kick is up by Cooper Scott, and it is good. So with 1:47 left in the first half, the Tigers lead at 21-14 over the El Paso Americas Trailblazers. This is Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Tigers, we're number one. 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 Friendship Tigers.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friendship TV.
Double T 97.3.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double Team 97.3. I'm Keith Patrick alongside Choice Woodman. Tigers leading it 21-14 over the El Paso Americas Trailblazers. 1:47 left in the first half. Cooper Scott is back for your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff, and he puts a foot to it. He'll send this one a little bit shallow up to an up man at the 25-yard line. He takes it and tries to run forward. He'll get up to about the 30, and the Trailblazers will take over there with 1:43 left in this half.
Extremely quick drive for the Tigers. Friendship goes 2 plays, 55 yards, 18 seconds off the clock, and Donovan Smith hooks up with Klein Coker for the 41-yard touchdown pass, making it 21-14 Tigers. We've got 1:43 to play in the first half, and Keith, you just say it on radio. You don't say it out there on the field. Score too quick? Might have left some time on the clock.
That's
you
right.
always want the score, obviously, but did leave some meat on the bone for Americas to work with. This is a time for the Tigers defense to get a stop.
It's a handoff to Dumas out from scrimmage, and he'll get out 2 yards on the pickup. They mark him with forward progress out 2 yards and brings up second down and 8. I was going to say, you had stacked receivers on the near numbers, balls on the far hash. We hadn't seen that formation so far, but once again, just a handoff to Dumas up the middle.
Now, Americas may be content with just going into the locker room trailing. We'll see if they take some shots down the field.
Noel has it in the shotgun. Dumas is out in the flat. Noel's going to tuck it and run. Tiger defense fighting to get to him, and he'll be brought down, but not before he gets a first down. Pickup of 10 on the play for him as he gets out to the 42-yard line, and that will bring up a new set of downs, but the clock now to about a minute left in this first half.
Now, they do have still one timeout listed on the scoreboard for Americas.
Americas flips the field as trips on the near side, goes to the far side, ball's on the far hash. Now Acosta comes out of the backfield. Now it's a 5-receiver set. Noel is back looking to run. Evan Barbosa's chasing him in the backfield. He's going to throw on the run. Acosta comes back for it and catches it at the 48-yard line. So a pickup of 5 for Acosta, and he goes out of bounds, stopping the clock at 48 seconds. You'll have second down and 5 for Americas.
That 5-yard gain took quite a bit of time off the clock, so 48 seconds, as Keith mentioned. One timeout according to the scoreboard. We're still a little iffy on that here in the booth for Americas.
Twin receivers, Bosa, check that. Trips on the near side. Acosta is one of them. Ball's on the near hash. 2 on the far side. Now Acosta goes in motion to the far side. Hole in the backfield. He's got men in his face. It's a screen, but the Tigers stay home. Evan Barbosa. Jake Gilbert made first contact. Tristan Laughlin helps finish him off. So that's a loss of 4 yards, and now it'll bring up third down and 9, and the clock is ticking now at about 40 seconds.
Yeah, Tigers were all over that play defensively, and now Americas does take their final timeout.
So they did have one timeout.
So they did have one in their pocket. I think one of them they charged the Friendship earlier in the half, and that must have been where it was. So Friendship still has one timeout. This is a third down and 9, so interesting play. Tigers, if they do not pick up the timeout or do not pick up the first down, could call a timeout themselves or could just go into the locker room with the lead. But this will be a interesting play call for the run-heavy Americas team.
Well, you said earlier, Choice, a 6-minute drive for that Americas team, running the ball much of the way, and so now in a position where they need to be able to strike quickly, but Tigers know that they need to do that. It's 21-14 Friendship, 40 seconds left in the first half here in El Paso in the bi-district round as Americas comes out of their timeout huddle and makes their way back out to the field on offense. Third down and 9 from the Americas 44-yard line. And this Tiger defense is looking to make something happen here, potentially give their offense another opportunity.
This is one defensively. You've got to keep everything in front of you. No big plays can happen over the top.
5-receiver set, trips on the far side. Ruvalcaba, the fullback, trotted out there to add that third receiver. Evan Barbosa once again chasing him in the backfield, and they force Hull to throw it away. Noel's going to have to throw that one out of bounds. That brings up fourth down now with 35 seconds left on the clock.
And you're forcing a punt right here, so if you can get a good return right now, Tigers still have that one timeout left in the pocket. 35 seconds to go. Who knows what can happen?
Peter Velarde, the punter, is out there for Americas. He's stepping off his distance. Man, you look at that's a big-bodied athlete. Like, you remember Clinton Greathouse? That's who he reminds me of.
I do remember that.
That's a big punter.
Sometimes punters look like no athlete at all, or sometimes they look like an offensive lineman.
That's right. He's standing on his 32-yard line. A little bit of a high snap. Tigers getting a lot of pressure, and it's a high and short kick. It'll bounce at the 40-yard line. Tigers stay away from it, and it'll be down with a nice bounce inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Friendship will have 22 seconds to work with here if they so choose.
Goodness gracious, what a fortunate bounce, because that one hit like you said, close
For
to the
Americans.
45-yard line. I'm talking about for Americans, because that would hit close to the 45-yard line. If that bounces the other direction, you're talking about midfield field position. Tigers may be happy with going into the locker room with a lead. You don't want to do anything, you don't want
to force anything and make a mistake,
but
for sure.
We also know the Tigers have a ton of speed at the receiver position, so if you can get something over the top with the big arm of Donovan Smith, you may see the Tigers try that out.
Ball's in the middle of the field. Trips on the far side. Cooper Scott on the near. Tigers will play the offense. Donovan Smith's going to pull it down and run. He rolls out to his right. Now he's going to go downfield. He gets it to Jordan Maiden on the sideline. He's marked down at the 38-yard line, so a pickup of 12 to Maiden. Did they stop the clock, Choice?
They did now for the first down, and the Tigers will go ahead and take the time. I think they're going to – no, they will not.
Now they wind the clock, 12 seconds and ticking. Now Tiger offense taking a little bit of time to get set as they wait for the play.
Now they'll
and
take
now
the
you will
timeout.
have the timeout. So with 6 seconds left for the Tigers to operate, we'll see if that gets adjusted. They lead at 21-14 over El Paso Americas as they head into this timeout to talk about the single play that they can make something happen without giving up a mistake, but as they head into the locker room.
Yeah, if your friendship's there, the Tigers have to either clock the ball immediately or take the timeout immediately. If you're not ready to run a play, then you've got to go ahead and clock the ball.
I don't want to talk about clocking balls and what kind of runoffs they're supposed to be. I'm not ready
we know
for that.
the rule now.
Do we?
We understand it.
I don't know if anybody understands that rule.
I think that I understand the rule after it's been explained to me, but it was a little silly clockwork happening at Lee that night.
That was.
But the Tigers will have 6 seconds to work with. This is one where I think you're just taking a shot at the end zone because you get to see Donovan Smith's giant arm right here. Because not enough time to do anything else.
Klein Coker's on the far side, ball's on the far hash. 4 receivers on the near side, William Bayouth with him. Now he'll go in motion near to far. He helps with a block. Donovan Smith ducks through the tacklers. Now he's rolling out to his left. He's going to throw it downfield as far as he can, but he's going to throw it out of bounds as time expires. So the Tigers will head into the locker room with a 7-point lead in the bi-district round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. It's 21-14 Friendship over El Paso Americas here in El Paso. We'll be back with the Friendship Foundation for Leadership halftime show after a few words from our sponsors. This is Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Tigers, we're number one. 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 Friendship Tigers, we're number one.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home.
Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry. I'll see you later.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. Do you see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It's good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Tigers,
Friendship TV.
It gets away. Here comes Gallo, and he scores the winning
Lubbock's
run.
home for the Texas Rangers is Double T 97.3. KTTU HD1 New Deal Lubbock.
Welcome back to the Friendship Foundation for Leadership halftime show, Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3. I am here with Jill Jaquist, the Director of Special Education for Friendship ISD. We're going to talk a little bit about her program and the way that her kiddos are served all across the district. Jill, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Keith.
Yeah. So, Jill, you came into this role in spring of 2019. Is that right? You were the principal at Terra Vista Middle School. What did you do before that? What's your education background?
I previously taught at Monterey High School. I taught in their life skills program there. And then I came out to Friendship in 2006 and started as an assistant principal at Terra Vista Middle School.
And then became the principal at Terra Vista. And everyone will remember that Doug Smith, longtime administrator at Friendship, passed away in January. And so that was a role that needed to be filled. That was a role he was in, and Jill stepped in and doing a great job. I know. I have no doubt. It's a big, big job. Running special ed for the district. So we want to, kind of educate folks a little bit about what special ed does and exactly what that means. I think you say that, and maybe the average person out there, they think about Down syndrome and autism and maybe don't understand how wide-reaching special education is and how many opportunities that students have. So tell us a little bit about just the scope of the program. How many kiddos, to start off, do you serve?
Right now, Friendship serves just over 1,000 students, and we serve students ages birth to 21.
Wow. Birth?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
really?
Sir. Birth to about 3 years old, and there are some specific disabilities that we can serve at that time for auditory impairment or visual impairment.
So that's somewhere around 10% of Friendship's student population qualify for some sort of special ed services.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about how that might look different. One student may be in a general education classroom, is that right? But another may be in a separate classroom. Kind of what do those things look like?
We do. Friendship has a variety of programs. We also have an early childhood special ed program, and that serves our students that are 3 to 5 years old. And we have that program on 2 different elementary campuses. We also serve life skills students in elementary through high school. We have academic adjustment classes for those students that can begin transitioning into job skills.
What is life skills?
In a life skills classroom, not only are we focusing on academic and content learning, we're also really working toward independent living skills, transition skills from the classroom into a work environment or into a home setting. Those students can do everything from learning how to cook, how to maintain a home environment.
So gaining some skills that kind of lead towards some independence or the potential for holding a job after they age out of services and move on from Friendship High School. And most people don't know that students in special education can stay in high school a little bit longer than other kids. Is that right?
That is correct. Some of the programs that we have for our high school students for the 18-plus continuers are Project Search, and we are partnering with a local hospital here in town, and we have students that are considered an intern there, and the goal for that program is to provide real-life work experience and for them to be ultimately hired on staff at that hospital. And for the first time, we've had an intern already hired with full-term employment.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's at Covenant Medical Center, and those students, they rotate. Is that right? They do a few weeks in one department and kind of move around and see what they're good at and what they enjoy, and then have a chance for full-time employment if that's something that they're ready to do.
Correct. We have students that may begin in food services. They may begin in the daycare. They may begin with prepping medical carts for going up and down the hallways. And our student that has been offered a full-time position is actually going to be working in the sterile processing technician department.
That's awesome. So I think it's probably easy for folks that aren't as familiar with students with special needs to make an assumption that they're not able to do some of those things, but you can find places that many of the kiddos you serve can be very successful and can find a place that's fulfilling and have a job.
Absolutely. Also, we have high school students working with Brookdale Senior Living Center, and we are partnering with Goodwill here in Wolforth, and we'll begin services there next week. You can also drop those down to the elementary level and give experiences outside of the classroom. They're on campus. For example, one of our elementary classrooms right now, they have a coffee and tea shop called The Daily Grind, and every Friday they make coffee, tea, and hot chocolate and deliver it to the teachers in their classroom.
So get a little bit of business experience and then also get to interact with teachers and other students they may not see all the time. And that happens at the high school too. They do a coffee delivery there as well. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
And then I think also Tractor Supply Company was a place that some of those life skill students worked. I know that I'd heard a story about one that ran the cash register there.
Yes, we have students at Tractor Supply and at United, and so we are gaining employment skills.
That's awesome. So there's opportunities on campus, a little bit of a more controlled, safer environment, and then students can gain some more skills and then move out into the community. And they generally have a teacher with them. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. So those are some amazing opportunities. I bet there's some parents out there saying like, well, I wish my kid was out there, working and not playing video games. So
absolutely.
There are opportunities for those students as well. But you have over 1,000 students receiving services. Just a couple of examples. What might those look like? What are some of those disabilities that students struggle with that we're able to serve?
We serve students that may have a specific learning disability all the way to a traumatic brain injury. We also have students that have cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, spina bifida, autism, and we can help and provide services with our special ed team that we have. Our team has a diagnostician, speech-language pathologist, school psychologist, occupational therapist, and vision specialist.
Wow. That's a full team. I mean, that's a lot of folks to serve those kiddos, and they serve all across the district at every campus?
We do. We serve all across the district, and there are some specific programs such as music therapy and adaptive PE that we can also provide services for.
I just think that it's so neat to hear about those things, and I'm so glad you're on, Jill, because in the public, we don't get to talk about special education quite as much, and we don't get in front of our folks to show off what it is that program does. But Friendship is, really built on that tradition of excellence, and that goes to the point of serving every kid in every way that we possibly can and providing them opportunities to be successful. And it sounds like this program is no different. Even though their needs may be more specific, there's opportunities for them to find success and fulfillment in their life.
There is, and we want to be able to even the playing field with our students and give them those opportunities, whether it's in the classroom, whether it is at a social setting, or in a job situation. We want them to be able to have the skills to do what's necessary.
Okay, as we get close to wrapping things up, let's talk a little bit about some of the special events that you guys have throughout the year, some of the things you do. I know there's a prom, I know there's field days. Tell us a little bit about some of those.
One of our favorite events that we get to host in October is the Region 17 Adaptive Field Day, and approximately 450 to 500 students from around the region joined us at the Tiger Soccer Stadium for a fun-filled day of games and activities. And our adaptive PE teachers were very creative in finding modified ways to compete in games. And with the help of the volunteers, we had a very successful event.
That was an awesome event. And I did get to be up in the booth and run the music for that day and see just pure joy on kids from all over the South Plains that were able to come and just have a fun day with their teachers and see other students and do some field-based events. I thought that was so neat. And I love it that Friendship is stepping up to host that and make that possible for those other schools.
And we've already been asked to host that event again next year as well, so we are ready.
There you go. The soccer pitch, a popular place to go be.
Yes, it is.
At field day.
450 students and 200 volunteers.
Yeah, that was big.
Another event that we do is Halloween here at our Casey Administrative Building. We invite our students from our early childhood special education programs over to Casey for a trick-or-treating event. And what is so unique about that is each of the departments here at Casey take a theme and decorate, and we provide a trick-or-treating experience for our young students.
So that's a neat opportunity for Casey staff to get to interact with those students and vice versa, to serve them in a unique way. And, it's easy to have a competition and decorate doors or whatever, but when you have the chance to serve students, and some of them, to be quite honest, some of the most fragile students at Friendship ISD physically, they get to come through and have a fun, safe day. Their parents get to come. I just think that is so neat. I'm so glad that you guys, your department, makes that happen because they do a great job coordinating it and getting the kids over. And it's a special, special time.
Thank you. And parents are appreciative of that event because it is a safe area for the students to come. This year, Halloween was very cold.
Yeah.
And so students were still able to participate in a trick-or-treat event.
That was awesome. Well, anything else you want to add, Jill, before we wrap things up here?
appreciate you having us.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for the services you provide to over 1,000 kids across Friendship. I know it's tough. I mean, if there's a world that's full of regulations and things like that to deal with, special education is it, but you guys do a great job, so thank you so much.
Thank you. These kids are here every single day, and we want to give them the best that we can.
Absolutely. Well, that's Jill Jaquist, Director of Special Education for Friendship ISD. We will be back after a few words from our sponsors. This is the Friendship Foundation for Leadership halftime show on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Tigers, we're number one. 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 Friendship Tigers, we're number one.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
So we were walking to school.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really want
smart.
cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have another
at
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
At Friendship, we believe in the friendship way. Dr. Seuss once said, "Teeth are always in style." We greet and welcome people with a smile. We say, "Please and thank you" with a smile.
Connect with others. Listen carefully. Ask questions. Care about others by listening and engaging in conversations.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. Talk to people the way you want to be talked to. At Friendship, we are sincere, considerate, and respectful.
We go the extra mile to help people in need. Wherever you turn, you can find someone who needs you. Remember, you don't live in a world of your own.
To encourage someone means you give him or her the courage or confidence to do something. It is like when my teacher tells me to do my best. We speak enthusiastically and inspire others.
The Friendship Way is our standard. It is the collective community of students and teachers whose character is seen as the ordinary.
The Friendship Way is seen in every kind of student, every awesome teacher, and every nice gesture. It's our culture. It's our behavior.
It is the lens that we look through to serve.
Double T 97.3, Lubbock Sports Station.
Good Friday evening. Welcome back to the SAC Score Athletics Complex here in El Paso, Texas, with Keith Patrick. I'm Choice Woodman. You're listening to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. The Friendship Tigers with a lead at the half here in the bi-district round of the postseason. Score is 21-14 Tigers. Let's take a look at the first half stats as we are here in the Friendship Foundation for Leadership halftime show. And we'll start with the Tigers' first half stats. It was Donovan Smith leading the way, as he usually does for the Tigers. He goes 11 of 16 through the air for 161 yards, and he had a touchdown as well. The touchdown goes 41 yards to Klein Coker down the sideline. Coker had 2 catches for 47 yards in the first half. Drew Hokut had 3 catches for 46. And you had Cooper Scott with 3 for 39 and Jordan Maiden 3 for 29 yards. He's been fairly good at spreading the wealth and distributing it mostly evenly in the passing game. For the Friendship Tigers, though, Friendship has just got a little bit of rushing yards, not too many. 8 carries for 47 yards. including Will Bay Youth. 2 carries for 6 yards, make that 9 carries. Then Donovan Smith had 7 carries for 44 yards, but he has 2 touchdowns on the ground as well, and that has been the difference, as Smith has accounted for every touchdown so far for the Friendship Tigers. We knew Aaron Dumas would be good for El Paso Americas coming in, and he is not disappointed. 18 carries for 193 yards on the evening. Michael Noel, the quarterback, has carried it 11 times for 37 yards. Dumas has 2 touchdowns, including one that broke free for 65 yards. Noel through the air 5 for 8 for 43 yards, and all 5 of those have gone to who we expected them to go to, Ryan Acosta. Acosta, the leading receiver, with 1,200 yards coming into the game. He's got all 43 receiving yards this evening for the Americas Trail Blazers. Some other stats to give you so far this evening. Friendship Tigers are trailing Americas when it comes to first downs, 12-4. But Friendship has had some big plays that have helped him in that category. Time of possession heavily in favor of the Trailblazers. 16 minutes and 18 seconds compared to 7:35 for Friendship. Tigers have been in the quick strike offense tonight. So that's why you see that number so lopsided. The Tigers through the air, 14.6 yards per completion. On the ground, 5.5 yards per rush. America's 7.8 yards per rush and 8.6 yards per completion. On third down, both teams been fairly even. Tigers at 60%, 3 of 5 on third down attempts. America's is 4 of 8 at 50% on third down attempts. America's has gone for it once on fourth down, and they did convert that. Penalties, it's been a pretty clean game. Tigers have 2 for 15 yards. America's 3 for 20 yards this evening, so pretty clean in that aspect. Let's take a quick look around some of the other scores from the Lubbock area as well as District 2-6A. One of the games happened last night out of District 2-6A, and that was Midland Lee, who took down El Paso Montwood. The Lee Rebels advance on to the second round of the postseason. 65-32, they win that one. Tascosa earlier today beat Pebble Hills 41-6 in their ball game. At half, El Paso Franklin is trailing Odessa Permian by a score of 28-7. We'll take one final break as Friendship Tigers lead it by a score of 21-14 here in El Paso over the Americas Trailblazers. Be back with the second half kickoff in just a few moments. You're listening to Friendship Tigers football on Lubbock Sports Station, Double T 97.3.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Friendship Tigers, we're number 1. 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 Friendship Tigers, we're number 1.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friendship TV.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you.
do can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. I guess Billy was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Leading it currently 21-14 over the District 1 6A champion, El Paso America's Trailblazers. It has been quite the game, Mr. Woodman. I know you went through some scores and stats over halftime, but looking ahead to the second half, what are you thinking as far as keys to the game?
Well, I think that you've got to keep up what you've done, and I think winning the special teams battle has been pretty key for the Friendship Tigers. Twice, Friendship has been able to pin the America's Trailblazers down inside their own 10 on punt attempts by Donovan Smith, of all people. He has been pretty good in that aspect, and Tigers have been able to work with short fields. All three of the scoring drives in the first half for Friendship went less than 60 yards, 43 yards, 58 yards, and 55 yards. So you've had special teams and defense set you up with short fields to work with. The offense has taken advantage. If you can do that in the second half, have a great opportunity to win the game.
Keep playing a clean game. That's going to be important as well. But there's the story of your season so far. The defense has been a difference maker for the Tigers. Full tilt Bozo in full effect. Once again, great return by Ty Glass, and always those opportunities. And those quick kicks by Donovan Smith have been impressive. There's no doubt about that. Definitely helped flip that field for the Tigers. Cooper Scott has it lined up as he prepares for this Gene Messer Toyota kickoff. He will check his line. He approaches the ball to set things underway. He boots it down to about the 25-yard line. It's mishandled there by the up man, and he'll be brought down almost immediately. He'll get maybe another yard on the return. The ball will be on the 26-yard line, and Americas will take over there, having deferred in the opening coin toss.
Friendship Tigers defense has been good so far. Aaron Dumas has broken free one time for 65 yards, but he has been good and as advertised. 18 carries for 193 on the ground in the first half. However, Tigers have been able to keep them mostly one-dimensional, only 43 passing yards for Americas in the first half.
Not one of those huge bruising backs, 5'10", 190, but yeah, he's quick and he has a great first step, and now he's going to get the first ball here. It's a direct snap to Dumas. He gets out past the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5 for him on the opening play of the second half. Second down and 5 now for Americas.
I think you're going to see a lot of that ball control and trying to wear this Tiger defense down in the second half. They had almost 10 more minutes of possession, and that's partially because Friendship was quick strike on the offensive side in the first half.
Two receivers, one on each side at the numbers. Ball's around the middle of the field. Handoff to Dumas up the middle. He'll pick and weave his way through. He's ultimately drugged down by Colton Anderson around the 40 to 41-yard line, but that's a first down, a pickup of 10 for Dumas, and the Trailblazers continue to move the sticks here.
And it's just kind of amazing to watch how casually he can pick up 10 yards at a time. Tigers defense is working hard, but you got to give a lot of credit to that senior-laden offensive line for El Paso Americas. They've got 5 seniors up front to open those holes for one of the best backs in the state.
A very senior-heavy team, only one junior starting on their defensive side of the ball as well, Choice. It's a handoff to Ruvalcaba, a little bit of misdirection there, and he's going to barrel his way for another first down. He's in plus territory at the Tigers' 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 for him. Nice little backwards handoff there by Noel, and Americas once again picks one up.
Saw that a ton last week, just a quick dive play to the fullback.
Trips on the near side, 2 receivers on the far, no one in the back field with Noel. It goes to Acosta, but he's met immediately. It's Colton Anderson that holds him up, and then other Tigers come to help and drag him down. Tristan Laughlin in there, as well as Jake Gilbert, Logan Douglas, and Stefano Sanchez. So that's a gain of 1 on the passing catch to Acosta. Ball's on the Tigers' 45-yard line.
Tigers weren't fooled on the screen play, sniffed it out immediately, and brought hats to the ball.
2nd and 9 from the near hash. Handoff dive once again to Dumas, and a little bit of extra motion there. I'm not sure if the ball popped out or if he just tried to pick up a little bit of extra yardage. He'll get to the 41-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 for him on the check. That 5 for him on the play. 2nd down and 5 now for Americas.
The 3rd down.
Oh, thank you,
Keith. Is
3rd down and 5.
But 3rd down has been about 50-50 for El Paso Americas. They're 4 of 8 in the game.
2 receivers set, 2 in the backfield with Noel. It's a direct snap to Dumas. He'll fall over a Tiger defender. It depends on the spot here. He's right at the 1st down, and they will give Americas a 1st down to the Tigers' 36-yard line. So another 1st down pickup there for Dumas, and Americas continues to roll down the field.
That goes back to what we were talking about in the first half, Keith. This team is so difficult to stop because there are so few plays that go for negative yards. When they're not picking up 5 yards at a time, they're still picking up positive yardage, which makes it easier on 2nd and 3rd downs.
Noel checks back into the game in place of Tyler Perez, as the last was a direct snap. He's under center now and has Ruvalcaba behind him. It's a handoff to the fullback. He'll barrel down to the 30-yard line and be marked down actually at the 31, so another pickup of 5 on 1st down for Americas as the clock ticks down to 9 minutes left in the 3rd.
Another quick fullback dive that goes right up the middle. Tigers surprised by the first one, not as surprised by this one. Still a nice gain for Americas on 1st down, but more manageable for the Tigers defensively.
Wide receiver Drennan checks out. Michael Cordova checks in. 2 receivers out on the far side. Ball's in the near hash. Now Acosta in motion, coming to the near side. Elijah Gomez following him over to the numbers. It's a keeper. No, it's a direct snap to Dumas. He takes that first step hop and then will be met by that Tiger defensive line. He'll get out to the 27-yard line, 1 yard shy of the 1st down. 3rd down and 1 now for the Americas Trailblazers.
We've seen that direct snap happen several times, and it gets the defense just a tinge off guard, where it allows Dumas to get the speed he needs to go uphill.
Trailblazers coming back set now. 8 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 1. Tigers lead at 21-14. Tiger defense needing to make something happen here, getting near their own red zone. Noel's going to look way downfield. He's got Acosta in the end zone, but he overthrows him. Acosta got behind the defense, but the ball was overthrown. He dives out for it, but it's still beyond his outstretched fingers. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down now for Americas.
Americas got what they wanted on the 3rd down opportunity, and one-on-one coverage for Acosta. Now it'll be a 4th and 1. It looks like Americas will go for it on the 4th and short. And I think everybody knows what's happening here, but it will be can you stop it? They're going to hand off to Dumas.
4th and 1, 3 men in the backfield. Looks like 2 blockers for Dumas. They do hand off to him, but he's met by a pile. He's been being drugged down from behind by Evan Barbosa, and there are more. The spot is very close. You might expect a measurement here. Tigers are signaling they're looking for a turnover on downs. I thought there might have been a ball out type of fumble there.
I think we're going to get a measurement.
Yeah, I would imagine we would there.
That's what we will get, a measurement. This is going to be, judging by the spot, this is going to be inches. I mean, it's going to be really close. I believe, based on my old eyes, that the 1st down marker is on the front side of the 26-yard line. So if it's touching that 26, it's probably going to be a 1st down.
I believe you might have about a half a football here that sends this one through. It was Elijah Garcia that got in there and ultimately drug him down as the line had stopped his momentum, but somebody had to get him on the ground. And it was nice effort there by the Tigers. But, man, that's a tough spot to be in on such a short yardage play.
4th down. Did the Tigers get a stop? No.
That is going to be a 1st down.
Another
one for Aaron Dumas. So give him the yard on the rush, and another 1st down now for the Trailblazers. 7:45 left in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now from their 26, the Tigers' 26-yard line.
But a little surprised at how much time has come off the clock for the Americas Trailblazers here. They have just drenched the clock to begin this 2nd half.
2 in the backfield. Direct snap to Dumas. He'll roll around to the left with 2 blockers in front of him. Tigers trying to fight through those blockers, but he'll get out into the 2nd level. He'll run out of bounds inside the 20. It'll be spotted down at the 18-yard line. So that's a pickup of 8 yards on the play for Dumas. 7:31 left now, and it's going to be second down and 2.
Dumas has really nice patience, just waiting on his blocks to get out in front of him. And when one of the Tigers came through, he was able to avoid it, and that allowed him to pick up the nice gain.
Seeing something you don't want to see here, some hands on hips out there for the Tigers defense choice, and just been on the field a long time already, not to mention throughout the game, but here even in the second half. Another direct snap to Dumas. He'll take it up the middle this time with a lead blocker. He breaks his way through that line, and he'll be drugged down from behind, or caught from behind by Evan Barbosa, but it's a gang tackle to get him on the ground. They'll call forward progress, but not before he gets across the 10-yard line. So a pickup of 9 yards for Dumas and another first down, now a first and goal for the Trailblazers.
Down to the 9-yard line, as Keith mentioned, and first and goal. Tigers have stood pretty well on first down, around the goal line. Did end up giving up a touchdown inside the red zone earlier. We'll see if they can get a stop a little further away from the goal line.
So 2 receivers split out to the far side. Ball's on the near hash. Acosta is out there and is one of them. 2 men in the backfield here, and you're going to have a false start on the Trailblazers, so they'll be backing up from their first and goal from the 9.
A rare negative play by the Trailblazers, and that's really hurtful there. First and 9, or first and goal from the 9, first and goal from the 14 is a pretty big difference. Now the Tigers defense, as we mentioned, wearing down. You've got a lot of hands on hips. We've seen Coach Roboto and Coach Northcutt call timeouts in these situations to try to catch the defense's breath a little bit, but Friendship going to try to get a stop here with after the penalty.
So 2 men in the backfield again, 2 receivers this time, and Noel is one of them. You're going to have a timeout here by Americas. Noel was trotting out of the sideline and going out to be a receiver. We saw that set earlier when the trick play resulted in a bad snap and a fumble, but the timeout is called to talk about some things.
Don't miss the UIL Football State Championships on December 18th through 21st at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit UIL.org. The Friendship Tigers, they played a nice game so far. You got to think, both of these teams, I mean, obviously they want to make extended playoff runs, but you don't want to face a team like each other in the first round because they're both tough draws. Friendship is definitely not your typical 4 seed, and the Tigers are 1 game away from being a 1 seed in the postseason.
Absolutely.
So it's both of these teams have played very good seasons, and it'll be a shame that one will end tonight.
So 2 receivers on the far side. One of them is the quarterback, Noel. Dumas in and takes the direct snap, and it is a fake handoff to Acosta, who is in motion. Dumas will plow across the 15-yard line. He'll pick up 1 yard on the play, and that will be second down and goal now from the Tigers, from the Tigers' 13-yard line.
Yeah, 13-yard line. A nice play defensively by the Tigers. Jake Gilbert recognized he's the leader of that linebacking core, and he recognized late, got the safeties to come in that Dumas was going to be taking the direct snap. The quarterback was split out wide.
The snake, they call him, Jake the Snake. Noel back in the shotgun. Dumas comes in motion, set out as a receiver on the near side. Noel back, and he's being chased by Logan Douglas. He throws it downfield, and he throws it out of bounds. Douglas finishes the play out and knocks him to the ground as he releases the ball. My goodness, great penetration there by him. 5:41 left in this third quarter. Tigers still lead at 21-14, and that's going to bring up third down and goal now for the 13, from the 13 for the Trailblazers.
America's head coach Patrick Melton is over there barking at the White Hat, wanting a roughing the passer, but that was a bang play where Douglas was on top of him, almost forced an errant pass or a fumble, but I think we got a
stoppage in play here for looks like a Trailblazers injury as the White Hat takes the official timeout.
Yeah, I think there was no
sir.
The officials played that out perfectly, and we're talking about Douglas having a split second away, a couple milliseconds away from disrupting that play and potentially forcing a turnover.
Yeah, Noel's been good about getting a couple steps as he runs from pressure, but this time Douglas was very close to him and able to drag him down as he threw it, and it was a bang play. That's a good way to put it.
And that was
you have a new quarterback in.
Noel.
It's Evan Chisholm who's in at quarterback. He has a down back in the backfield with him. It's Ruvalcaba, and now he sends Dumas in motion, far side to near, ball's on the near hash. Chisholm calls for it, and he's going to pull it down and run. He's got a wide open left side. He cuts inside, and he's drugged down in a saving tackle by Stefano Sanchez, but he will get all the way down to the 1-2 yard line, so a pickup of 11 by Chisholm on the keeper. Goodness, he's shifty, tall, skinny young man, but my goodness.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play. Now, we're seeing a different change of personnel. I can't tell if that's going to be a jumbo package or if we're going to see them try to kick the field goal. And it looks like...
I think it's a jumbo package.
That's what it looks like here.
Noel is in. Chisholm actually let go of that ball as he went down. It's 4th and goal from the 2 yard line. Noel under center. He drops back. He's going to pass it to the back pylon. He's well covered back there by Daniel Garland, but they're going to call the touchdown. It went to Evan Chisholm, who was in at QB earlier. My goodness, that's a heck of a catch if he made it and got a foot down.
That was a really, really nice catch by Chisholm and a really nice play call. However, I'm not sure you ever had a left tackle on that play. It was a weird lineup, weird formation by El Paso Americas. Doesn't matter. They get the quick toss for the touchdown and an extra point away from tying it up.
Arturo Ordonez is in to kick that extra point. It is up, very high kick, but it is good. So with 4:49 left in the third quarter, Americas knots it up 21-21. We'll be back after a few words from our sponsors. This is Friendship Tiger Football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Nation! Friendship Nation! Friendship Nation! Friendship Nation! Friendship Nation! Friendship Nation! Friendship Nation!
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
Double T 97.3, Lubbock's Sports Station.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers Football on Double T 97.3. Keith Patrick alongside Choice Woodman coming to you from the Student Activities Complex of Socorro ISD in El Paso, Texas. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff is right now. It's another pooch kick, very short, just inside the 40-yard line. It's fair caught by the Tigers up man, and it will be down there where the Tigers will take over on offense for the first time here in the second half, and it was Mason Mayfield who got a hold of that one.
Yeah, Mayfield was able to backpedal, not panic, and get that one, but what a drive by El Paso Americas. It's hard to go that many plays without a mistake. 16 plays, 74 yards, 7 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, and Noel hooks up with Evan Chisholm for the 2-yard touchdown pass, making it 21-21 with 4:49 left to play in the third.
Tigers take over on the near hash at their own 42-yard line. Donovan Smith in the shotgun, and now the whistles will blow this one dead immediately. I believe we're going to have a timeout here.
That's what we got. That's
Yes,
what we got called from the sideline. There was some strange movement up front that probably would have got a penalty, but instead it's a timeout by the Tigers. So technically they should put 4:49 back on the clock. I don't know if they're going to. 4:46 now is what it shows. But Friendship, you almost feel like after giving up a 16-play drive, if you're not able to sustain something and get to the end zone, you feel a little bit defeated offensively because of how long the other offense was able to stay on the field.
Well, and I think you've
got pressure.
You've got to keep your offense on the field for a sustained drive here. Two choice. That last drive, 16 yards. And the amount of time you were on your defense is on the field, they need time to get a breather. So two receivers each side. Donovan Smith takes in the shotgun. He's under pressure quickly, rolls out to his right to an open field. He's looking downfield. He tucks it, and he'll try to get out past the marker, but be back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Donovan Smith, and that brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, that was good containment that we didn't see as much in the first half by El Paso America's defense. They were able to keep Donovan Smith inside the outer edges of the defense.
Twin receivers, both sides. Ball's on the far hash. They're going to go to Maiden in the flat. Nice blocking out there by Cooper Scott. Now Jordan Maiden streaking down the sideline. He's in plus territory across the 30. He's finally drugged down at the 26-yard line. They'll mark him at the 27. You're going to have a hurt Trailblazer on this one a little bit shaken up. Big passing catch, obviously a first down for Jordan Maiden, all the way down into America's territory.
I believe we've got about I'm not even trying to map there, 35-yard gain. I'll pick it up in a second, but that is a fantastic block initially by Cooper Scott, as you mentioned. Jordan Maiden, as we get a penalty to add on to it at the end. Jordan Maiden does a really fantastic job of a stop and go. He very Jakeem Grant-esque, as he's able to just put on the brakes immediately, shoot up the field, and the Tigers will get some yardage on the end.
I don't know if it was a personal foul or a face mask.
I think we got
missed it, but that's 15 yards tacked on the end. The Tigers are in the red zone. Donovan Smith's going to have this one. Screen set up, but William Bay Youth couldn't get over to the numbers in time to snag that ball. So an incomplete pass for the Tigers as they are set up now with 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line of America's.
By the way, that was
the 14-yard line.
A late hit penalty.
Late hit, thank you very much.
So personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Now the Tigers working with a 2nd and 10 here.
2 receivers on the near side, and now Bay Youth in motion coming out, and it's going to be a draw for Donovan Smith. He's taking it around to the right side. It's wide open, and he's going to walk it in for a touchdown, Tigers. Donovan Smith from 14 yards out takes it home for a touchdown, and the Tigers take a 27-21 lead with 4:15 left in the third quarter.
Who needs a sustained drive if he can score quick? The Tigers score really quick once again, work with a good field position once again, and Friendship able to use great blocking. Ty Glass, the one who sealed the edge for Donovan Smith, to pick up that block and pick up the touchdown.
Beautiful play call there by Coach Holtz and Coach Northcutt. The kick is up by Cooper Scott, and it is good. 4:15 left in this third quarter. Tigers lead at 28-21 over El Paso Americas in the bi-district round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. This is Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Tigers, we're number one. 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 Friendship Tigers.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching Friendship TV.
Your home for play-by-play. Double T 97.3.
Welcome back to Friendship Tiger Football, Double T 97.3. Cooper Scott puts his foot into your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff, and it is headed downfield just inside the 20-yard line. It's taken there by Acosta, who is met across the 25. He'll be marked down about the 26-yard line. The Americas will take over there with 4:08 left in the third quarter, trailing the Friendship Tigers 28-21.
Friendship Tigers, another quick drive. They have all been lightning fast tonight. Every scoring drive under 2 minutes. This one under 1 minute. Tigers go 4 plays, 61 yards, 34 seconds off the clock, and Donovan Smith runs it in for his 3rd touchdown of the night, the 2nd of the 13-yard variety. He has accounted for all 4 touchdowns for the Tigers this evening.
Donovan Smith making a lot happen with his legs, but his arm pushed him over 3,000 yards passing in the first half tonight. Just an impressive feat by that young man. Somebody's going to get a great quarterback. I believe it's Texas Tech. First handoff goes to Dumas. It's a 2-yard pickup on first down. That brings up 2nd down and 8 from the 29.
2nd and 8, Dumas with a rare just 2-yard gain, so the Tigers have to celebrate a little bit for that one. He has been hitting the hole hard all evening, so Friendship, when they're able to get a hat inside and drag him down, it has been a rarity tonight.
Check that. That was Ruvalcaba that carried that one, the fullback choice. Yep. So it's a direct snap to Dumas as Noel goes outside. He's got a big lead blocker out there. He'll be drugged down from behind by a Tiger lineman, and it is going to be a pickup of 5 yards on the play for Dumas. And now you'll have a 3rd down and 2 incoming for the Trailblazers. That was Isaiah Vasquez that drug him down, by the way.
3rd and 2, and Tiger defense could get a huge stop. They have been on the field a lot tonight. Would love to get off on this 3rd down right now.
Ball in the middle of the field. Lone receiver on the far side. Direct snap to Dumas. He's going to roll out to his right, but he'll be drugged down from behind by Jake Gilbert. Jake the Snake gets out there and drags him down. He picks up a yard, but he's a yard short of the first down, and now you have a fourth down choice to make here for El Paso Americas.
That was a huge third down stop. Now, probably going to have to see a fourth down stop by the Tigers. The Americas Trailblazers are 1 for 1 on fourth down. This is a long one for Americas, and it looks like they're going to go for it. Gutsy call, but almost necessary right now.
4th and 1 from the 36-yard line, a long one. As Choice said, it's going to be a direct snap to Dumas, who barrels his way through. He'll be brought down at the 40, but he'll pick up the yard he needs and 3 more. So a 4-yard gain for Dumas, another first down for Americas, and they'll have it at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and you can tell this Tiger defensive front is just worn down because they've been on the field so much. You can't blame them. They're rotating guys in whenever they can, but Americas isn't subbing too much.
Tigers going to stack the box here as there's only one receiver out on the near side numbers. Ball's on the near hash. It's a fake handoff by Noel. He's looking to pass downfield. He rolls out to his right, but he's going to have to throw this one out of bounds as he was being chased by Logan Douglas and Kaysen Brito and Evan Barbosa.
You know, I'm not paid a bunch of money to be an offensive coordinator or a head coach by any means, but sometimes it just feels like you outthink the room. The running game is working so well for Americas. I don't quite understand why you venture from it right there.
I'm not here to complain. 1:55 left in the third quarter. Tigers lead at 28-21. It is a handoff to Dumas up the middle this time, a dive there. He's drugged down by Logan Douglas and finished off by Elijah Garcia, but he'll get a first down and get across into plus territory to the Tigers' 49.
And there's your answer, because you have confidence you could pick up 11 yards on second down on the ground. When you got a back like Dumas, anything is possible.
He is quite the back, and he is certainly as advertised. So now Noel goes back to pass, but he's going to pull it down and run on the design draw. Nice open field tackle by Brady Wolf back at the line of scrimmage. They give him forward progress. He picks up 2 yards on the play, but really, really well done by Brady Wolf.
Wolf does a fantastic job of fighting off his block and keeping his eyes on the quarterback the entire way. Great job of breaking through the defender the blocker, and being able to drag the quarterback down.
So you talked about rotating folks in. Brady Wolf, the junior, in at corner, filling in right here, giving some breathers. Elijah Gomez still in. I believe he's in for Daniel Garland right now. So Gomez on the near side with the lone receiver. And Noel in the backfield. It's direct snap to Dumas, misdirection counter, but he's met immediately by Isaiah Vasquez and then brought down. He ends up picking up about 5 yards after contact. He'll get down to the 40-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 1-yard short field here on third down.
Yeah, that was another nice gain by Dumas, and that's where the Tigers are kicking themselves, because they meet him at the line of scrimmage. If you're able to bring him down or just hold on to him and wait for help, then you can set up a 3rd and long, but instead it's a 3rd and short after the broken tackle.
So 2 receivers on the near side this time. Ball's in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line of Friendship. It's a direct snap to Dumas, who picks his way through very patiently. He'll get across the 30-yard line and be drugged down across there by Colton Anderson and Stefano Sanchez. Ball will be marked at the 28-yard line. Big pickup there for Dumas. 8 seconds and ticking now in the third quarter, but a big first down.
Keith, this has a feel of a game that whoever has the ball last might end up winning this game.
It does feel like one of those. That's going to be into the third quarter here. Tigers leading the El Paso Americas Trailblazers in a dogfight, 28-21 here in El Paso. This is Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture
The play-by-play home for the Cowboys, Rangers, and Red Raiders. Lubbock's sports station is Double T 97.3, KTTU-FM and HD1, New Deal, Lubbock.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. Keith Patrick alongside Choice Woodman coming to you from El Paso, Texas. Tigers lead at 28-21 at the beginning of the fourth quarter over El Paso Americas. First play from scrimmage in this fourth quarter, three-yard dive to Aaron Dumas, and now they're getting ready to go again, 2nd down and 7. Noel has the ball. Now he's going to pull it down and run. Tiger defense was on the ground in the backfield. He finds some open space. He's brought down by Brady Wolf as he crosses the 15-yard line. He'll be marked down at the 13. Another first down now, and they're in the red zone of the Tigers.
Yeah, now America's changing things up a little bit, going quick, and we've seen them move very methodically through the third quarter.
Rubalcaba and Dumas in the backfield with Noel. 2 receivers on the near side. Ball's on the near hash. Fake handoff play action to Dumas, and he's going to be chased. Noel is by Logan Douglas. He'll throw it away out of the backfield rather than take any chances. So incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Tigers 13.
That got a little bit close to still being in the tackle box. He might have been just on the outside edge. Official not going to throw the flag for grounding, but that was a little bit on the close side.
One comes set again. 11-11 left here in the fourth quarter. America's threatening inside the Tigers 13. It's 2nd and 10. Snap to Noel, handoff to Dumas, very patient, big first step to the left. He'll be drugged down from behind by Evan Barbosa after shedding his first contact. He'll pick up 5 on that run, and you'll have a 3rd down and 5 incoming now for America's from the 8-yard line.
America's has been very successful. Go ahead and give him an extra
yard. Gave
yard
an extra yard, so
7.
So 3rd down and 4.
But America's been very successful on 3rd down because you've rarely had even more than 4 yards for 3rd down attempts. It's been around 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2 most of the night.
Lone receiver again on the near side. 3 in the backfield, including Noel. It's a direct snap to Dumas as Noel provides the misdirection. They're going to get down inside the 5-yard line. That's a first down on a 5 or 6 yard carry by Dumas, and now you'll have 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for Americas.
1st and goal from the 2. This has been familiar, and my goodness, Keith, there is an unbelievable amount of time of possession deficit in this game. When you look at these two teams and how different it's been, America's has almost had the ball 20 more minutes
oh my goodness.
than Friendship in this game. And part of the reason is because the Friendship offense has just been such a quick strike offense tonight.
You really need to play that ball control you saw at the end of the Odessa Permian game. Give your defense a chance to rest. Dive play up the middle. It looks like they're going to carry the pile into the end zone, and the line judge does call a touchdown. That is Giovanni Amato, I believe, at the bottom of that pile.
I believe it
that
was.
Comes out, and it is. And so a new rusher there, but a touchdown for America's. Extra point incoming. It'll be 27-28, 9:51 left in this game.
Check that. We actually have Chris Robles. That ran it in, not Amato, 46, not 45.
46. But
that was a, just another soaking drive. It feels like they're just drenching.
Sapping energy.
I mean, it's you can't blame the Friendship defense at this point because they're just getting run on.
Snap is back. The kick is up by Ordonez, and it is good. Very close to being blocked by the Tigers, but it was good. So a knotted up ball game once again, 28-28 with 9:51 left in this one. This is Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
Double T 97.3, Lubbock's sports station.
Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. All knotted up here in El Paso, 28-28. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff is in the air. A short kick. Ty Glass catches it on the run at the 20-yard line. He's got a head of steam. He'll be drugged down as he crosses the 35 and marked down at the 38-yard line. Tigers will take over there with 9:48 left in this game.
Again, really nice starting field position for this Tigers offense to work with. America's puts together another very extensive drive. 15 plays, 73 yards, 6:17 off the clock, and Chris Robles gets in on the 2-yard touchdown run. Keith, you could not have asked for more of a competitive game than we've seen here tonight. Biggest lead has been 7 points.
Absolutely. Donovan Smith takes the snap. It's a handoff to William Bayouth. Haven't seen a whole lot of those. He'll get across the 40 to the 41. A 3-yard pickup for Bayouth on first down. That brings up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Tigers have jumped out to a 7-point lead, and then they allow Americas to score. It's been back and forth every single time on scores. No one has put 2 scores together in a row yet.
Goodness. Hey, we came for a shootout, and that's what we're getting. Yeah, absolutely. Tigers in tight. 3-receiver set. Now Jordan Maiden in motion out of the backfield, right to left side. Donovan Smith calls for the ball, and he is under a little bit of pressure, rolling out to his right. He throws it off his back foot, trying to get to Cooper Scott, who was down at the 30-yard line, but couldn't quite get it there off balance. So an incomplete pass, and now you'll have 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was one just a little bit ill-advised by Donovan Smith. A little dangerous, but we've seen the arm strength on display a lot this year. That was just a little bit too much on the back foot. If he was able to take one more step and plant into that one, he's got Cooper Scott open downfield.
Yes, he did. So twin receivers both sides, Coker and Maiden on the near side, Scott and Hokut on the far side. Ball's in the middle of the field. Donovan Smith back to pass. He's going down. He's got Cooper Scott on the sideline at the 50-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Tigers. That's a pickup of 8 yards as he'll be marked down. Check that, 9 yards as he'll be marked down right on the 50-yard line. Nice 1st down to Cooper Scott.
Really nice pitch and catch, and the Tigers are going to go quick.
Yes, they are. 3-receiver set, and Maiden in there as well. He gives it to William Bayouth, who takes off down the field. He's wide open, and he's going to get it into the end zone for a touchdown, Tigers. Huge rush of 50 yards for William Bayouth from scrimmage. He found a hole and would not be denied as they got hands on him inside the 5, and he drug his way in. 8:55 left, and the Tigers once again strike quickly and take a 34-28 lead.
That is Bayouth's only 4th rush of the night, so it kind of caught Americas off guard, and Tigers, once again, as you mentioned, Keith, quick strike, but hey, you're getting into the end zone. You'll take it any way it comes.
So Cooper Scott back to kick that PAT. Line comes set, snap is back, kick is up by Cooper Scott, and it is good. So 8:55 left in this ball game. Tigers take a 35-28 lead over El Paso Americas here in the Bi-District round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. This is Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3.
Friendship Tigers, we're number 1. 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 Friendship Tigers, we're number 1.
We are the Friendship Varsity Cheerleaders, and we're proud to support Friendship ISD.
Seek perfection, capture excellence.
Your home for play-by-play. Double T 97.3.
Quick strike Tigers strike again. Welcome back to Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff is incoming. Tigers leading at 35-28 as Cooper Scott puts his foot into it and sends it to the up man at the 25-yard line. Mishandled, but he falls on it immediately, and he will be down at the 23-yard line, and Americas will take over there.
Friendship Tigers again. We talked about quick strike. 4 plays, 62 yards, 53 seconds off the clock, and William Bayouth does it on the ground this time. 50-yard touchdown run. Put the Tigers on top, 35-28. Keith, look at this. The last 6 drives, 12 plays for Americas, 2 plays for Friendship, 16 plays for Americas, 4 plays for Friendship, 15 plays for Americas, and 4 plays for Friendship. Unbelievable how contrasting these teams have been.
Absolutely wild. It's a fake handoff to Dumas, and then Noel goes on his own to the left side. The ball pops out as he goes down, and it's recovered, but he is ruled down, so it's a pickup of 5 yards for him. He's out to the 28-yard line of Americas. 8:38 left in this ball game.
Yeah, Noel, he's coming up a little gimpy again. We've seen him have a little bit of struggle with injury tonight. Unfortunate that he was ruled down on that play.
Ball's on the near hash. This time it is a handoff to Dumas. He's hitting the backfield immediately by the Tigers. I believe it's Daniel Garland coming around the side that hits him. He's going to lose a yard. No gain on the play for Dumas, and that brings up a 3rd down and 5 yards.
Yeah, Dumas was just unable to get anything going on that play. As Dumas, we have not seen that much tonight. A 0-yard gain.
Yeah.
He's had 1 run for -1 and 1 for 0. Everything else has been gone for
positive
bigger
yardage.
chunks. Yeah.
So Noel in the backfield. He sends Acosta in motion from near to far side, and now he will call for it. Now it's a direct snap to Dumas once again. That misdirection. They're going to get him very quickly. He tries to stiff arm, but he'll be drugged down across the 30-yard line. It'll be marked at the 32, and that's a pickup of 4 on the play for Dumas. So you have a 4th down and 1 once again, this time from the 32-yard line of Americas. 7:24 and counting left in this ball game.
Assuming Americas will go for it, and it looks like they will, all 3 4th down attempts have come from right in this territory, around the 30 to 35-yard line of their own territory for Americas, and they've been able to convert on the first 2. Nothing's over yet, but you'd feel like a stop by the Tigers could be backbreaking against Americas.
Big one here. Big contingent of Tigers over there making some noise. Dumas will dive over the tackler, and he will pick up the first down. He's going to get 2 yards on the rush based on the spot. That's what they needed, a first down for Americas. A new set of downs there from the 34-yard line.
He got and he just got enough on that play. He got tripped up, but he falls forward like he's done all night.
So Americas takes back over. First down and 10, 6:30 left in this game and it's going to be a dive once again as he gets out into the linebackers. Tristan Laughlin and Evan Barbosa drag him down to Dumas, but a 5-yard pickup, and 2nd down and 5 now incoming once again as the clock ticks below 6:30.
That was Ruvalcaba, and you got to think his nickname's got to be Chupacabra, right? I mean, it's too close. Too close to not.
Oh, choice.
Dumas is up over 300 yards, 304 on the night.
My goodness. So a handoff to Dumas. It's that dive right into the middle of the line. He'll get out to the 42-yard line. So another pickup there of 3 yards for him. 3rd down and 2 incoming for Americas as the clock is now below 6 minutes left in this game. Tigers leading at 35-28.
You can definitely see why Dumas is the leading rusher in the entire state of Texas, because he can do it.
Well, he was number 2 as a sophomore.
Yep.
I mean, and that's the key. Can he get his, and the Tigers can still find ways to get the stops and get the scores that they need to take this by-district championship. That's what we're looking at right now.
The scores so far, the stops, not as much lately. Here's a chance right here.
2 receivers on the far side. It's going to be a direct snap to Dumas. He'll go up the middle, and he'll be met by Tristan Laughlin and brought down. It's going to depend on the spot once again, but it looks like it's very close, and it is a first down. So right at the yard they needed, he picks up 2, and that's all they needed for another new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 44-yard line of Americans.
Now the last 2 drives for El Paso Americas have gone for 6:17 and 7:11. Going back to the previous one, it was 6:06, so time is now a factor.
Handoff to Dumas. Once again, he gets out across the 50-yard line. He'll be marked down at the 49 of Friendship. He's into plus territory. Check that. Ruvalcaba makes that run, and that's another pickup there of 7 yards on first down, bringing up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I mentioned 4:46 on the clock right now. America's ideally for them would love to go down, score on this drive with about no time left on the clock and send it to overtime. I think that's what they would like ideally.
Feels like a great time for a fumble.
It'd be great.
Yeah. All right, goes to Noel. It's a handoff to Dumas, and he's going to skip, jump around, get a little jittery out there. He gets across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. That's another first down for Americas, a pickup of 5 yards for Dumas, and the clock ticks down under 4:30 now left in this ballgame.
I feel like I'm in a time warp back into 1980. 3 yards in a cloud of dust football.
2 receivers on the near side. Noel looking to run. No, it's a draw play. He pulls it down. He's across the 40, across the 35. He'll go out of bounds near the 30-yard line, be marked down at the 31. Another first down as he picks up 12 yards on that run on the quarterback draw. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in this ball game, and Americas is near the Tigers' 30.
A 12-yard gain, as Keith mentioned, and that's not the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Just a simple draw play. Looks like it was designed. It doesn't seem like Americas really has much of a desire to pass the football. They've attempted 14 passes tonight, but only for 46 yards.
Well, Love to be able to make them have to do that here.
You would like to.
Noel goes back, and it's a handoff to Dumas, dive up the middle. He'll get to maybe the 30-yard line. Nope, no gain on that play for him. So another 0 for Dumas as you go below 4 minutes. 2nd down and 10 incoming for Americas.
Yeah, Keith, I think you would love to put them in a passing situation. And this is where, if you're Coach Roboto, do you start lining up 8 guys in the box and leaving some islands out on for your corners one-on-one? It's dangerous because they do have one really good receiver in Ryan Acosta.
Trips on the near side, so you have 3 Tiger defenders on this side, and they're going to send Dumas in motion near too far. Noel in the backfield. It's a draw play once again. Maybe a little bit of holding up there, but you don't see a flag come in. He'll get across and near a first down again. He's right at the marker, and it will be a first down for Dumas, or for Noel on the draw play. 3:25 and ticking here, and the ball is now on the 21-yard line of the Tigers.
We've only seen one holding penalty tonight, and really it's been a fairly clean game, really good officiated game by this crew out of San Antonio tonight.
So 3 minutes even as the clock continues to run here. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line for El Paso Americas. It's direct snap to Dumas coming around the left side. He's got 2 lead blockers. He's met by Jake Gilbert. Jake the Snake is not letting go. He does not pick up anything on the sweep, and that is another 0 on the board for Aaron Dumas, and 2nd down and 10 incoming for the Tigers.
Fantastic play by Jake Gilbert, and we've talked about it. Sometimes with Dumas, you just have to hold on for dear life, and that's all Gilbert did. Just got a piece of him and never let go. Just sheer willpower to bring him down on that play.
Inside of 2:30 left in this ball game now. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line of the Tigers. America's lined up in their big package again. 2 in the backfield with Noel. It's a direct snap to Dumas again. He goes up the middle. Tigers on the ground, and Dumas will be drugged down as he crosses the 20 and gets down to about the 20. Check that, the 16-yard line. So a pickup of 5 on the play for Dumas, and now you're down to 2 minutes left with 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, you mentioned Tigers on the ground. Pretty clear hold that America's got away with. Cason Brito goes to the ground because he was tackled there, and that opened up the hole for Dumas. Unfortunately, it is a 3rd down situation. I believe it's America's that calls the timeouts here with 1:57 left to play. This is where, as I mentioned, time is it makes things interesting. Tigers, however, have scored 3 drives under a minute tonight, so I guess if you leave around a minute left on the clock, then you feel good about it. But Friendship would love to get out of here without even having to worry about the offensive side. Defense has a chance to win the football game for you right here.
They've done it before, and they have the opportunity to do it again this season in a very big moment, maybe one of the biggest moments you faced as a Tiger team. 3rd down and 5 from the 16-yard line of Friendship, as El Paso Americas and these Tigers make their way back out. 1:57 left in this ball game. Tigers lead at 35-28. Costa makes his way over to the far side of the field. The ball's going to be on the near hash. Ruvalcaba, Dumas in the background. Noel still talking to his coach, now making his way in as the play clock is ticking. Dumas gets under center. You have that overstacked line to the right that we've seen before. It's a handoff to Ruvalcaba. He's going up the left side. He's met quickly, but he powers his way in for a touchdown. He drugged 2 Tiger defenders in for a touchdown, but here's the good news.
There's time on the clock.
There's time left on the clock. There's 1:51 left in this ball game, and I'm going to point something else out, Choice. The Tigers have been very close to blocking point after attempts throughout the evening, so this would be the perfect opportunity to put all that together and maybe keep these guys down a point.
Yeah, Keith, I'm pretty sure Evan Barbosa went over the previous kick on the previous PAT attempt. He jumped over it, so we'll see if he's able to get that kind of jump, and going to get a timeout called by Americas. They're going to try to make sure this does not happen.
Right. You got to give it to Ruvalcaba. He had a big hole on the left side, got up into the second level, and then just drug a couple Tigers. He's a big-bodied fullback and really did a nice job there. You got to give him credit for the nice run. But Tigers up a point still, 1:51 left into this timeout, and looking to see what they can make happen coming into the PAT.
With the timeout here, Keith, I'm curious. Are they thinking about going for 2? Is El Paso America's thinking about going for 2 and trying to take the lead? It would be gutsy right here, and I don't think it's at the right situation because 1:51 left on the clock with a quick strike offense like Friendship, going for 2 may not matter that much. So it's going to be an interesting decision here. It may just be a coach getting in the face and saying, block your man. But we'll see what they break out of in the timeout. I'm sure Coach Northcutt's told them to be aware of going for 2 as well.
See more receivers in there than we've seen as much of, but that may just be
they're shifting in and out. And now Noel will go to the sideline, so doubtful they're going to go for 2. No, they are.
They are going to go for 2. Acosta's out far. Ball's in the middle of the field. You have that 3-back set in the backfield with no quarterback. Direct snap does go to Dumas, and he does plow it across for the 2-point conversion. So 1:51 left. Dumas plows it across for a 2-point conversion. They'll lead the Tigers 36-35. 1:51 left in this ballgame.
The official closest to the football did not signal a touchdown. The one nearest to us did signal the touchdown. So part of the Tigers thought they got the stop. He ran in short of the goal line, but the one on the backside ends up calling the, not touchdown, but 2-point conversion. So 1-point lead, the first lead of the night for El Paso Americas, Keith. And the Americas Trailblazers went another 10-plus play drive, 14 plays, 77 yards, 7:04 off the clock that time, and it was the 16-yard touchdown run by Ruvacabla. And that puts El Paso Americas up 36-35, but Keith, with as efficient as this Friendship offense has been, this is not time to panic for Friendship. It is down to this. You've got to score on this drive, obviously. Lots of pressure there. But the Tigers with an opportunity. Now, Ty Glass has been able to return some close.
Yep.
They've tried the pooch kick, which has set up Friendship with short fields. See what the Tigers elect to do. Or we'll see what Americas elects to do on the kickoff. They have not been successful in pinning Friendship back tonight.
1:51 left in this game. Tigers trail it for the first time, 35-36. Your Gene Messer Toyota kickoff. It's a line drive to the left side of the field. David Kirkpatrick does touch it. Ty Glass will field it inside the 5 as he looks downfield trying to find a place to go, and he'll go down at about the 19-yard line. That's where he'll be marked. 1:45 left in this ball game, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 19.
This is where you love having your seniors and your team be seniors in the passing game. Most of your receiving core is very experienced. Your quarterback obviously as poised as they come with Donovan Smith and as talented as they come. This is what you live for right here, Keith.
This is it. Big players make big plays in big moments, and this is the biggest moment you've had all season. So the Tigers step in near hash on their 19-yard line. 2 receivers on both sides. Donovan Smith in the shotgun. Smith takes it, play action to William Bayouth. He's going to go outside to Drew Hocutt, just a little bit outside of Hocutt, so an incomplete pass will stop the clock at 1:38, bring back up 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Tigers, no need to rush here. You still got 2 timeouts in your pocket. Got plenty of time to work with, but remember, if you get it into field goal range, you can potentially kick one to win it. That's all you need at this point.
Cooper Scott on the near side, trips on the far side, ball's on the near hash as Donovan Smith calls for it. Good protection by that offensive line, and he'll get it out to Cooper Scott on that near side, who will go out of bounds. He has a 1st down. It's a pickup of 14 yards to Cooper Scott. So 1st and 10 now for the Tigers from the 33-yard line.
And you're watching El Paso Americas. They're playing a cover 0. You're really trying to keep everything in front of you right now. They're giving a lot of cushion for the Friendship Tigers, and you're going to be able to take that. If they're going to give you that much cushion, you'll be able to pick up a good chunk of yards.
Ty Glass checks in place of William Bayouth. 1:32 left in this ball game. Tigers with twins on both sides in very tight. Donovan Smith back to pass. Now he's going to roll out to his right side. He's directing traffic, looking downfield, and he's got Cooper Scott on the near sideline. They'll knock him out at the 47-yard line. He picks up 6 yards. No, he picks up 15 yards on the play. And stops the clock going out of bounds. So now Tigers are 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, 1:23 left in this ballgame.
Yeah, nice gain again. And you just see it, the comfortability of your quarterback right there. He gets rushed out of the pocket, not panicked, and he has that chemistry with his receivers. Well, they roll with him outside of the pocket.
Jordan Maiden comes back in place of Glass. Twins on both sides again in tight. Ball's on the near hash. Donovan Smith back to pass. Great protection for Donovan Smith. They're going to go downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Donovan Smith went downfield to Drew Hokut, and a corner jumped in front of the pass, jumped the route, and he's going to intercept that ball. 1:15 left in this ball game, and you got to wonder if the Tigers are going to have any chance to get another opportunity.
Yeah, that one is just extremely difficult for Donovan Smith, as he has been as stellar as they come all season long. He's a big reason why the Tigers are here, but doesn't see the backside help on the play, and the corner from the opposite side jumps the route. Smith throws a little bit off his back foot, probably trying to bite off too much on that particular play. Had players open underneath, and Friendship mathematically, I believe this is done.
Nathan Alvarado, the free safety, I believe, is the one that jumped in front of that choice. Noel takes it. It's a handoff to Dumas. He's met immediately as he crosses the 35-yard line out to the 36. Pickup of 2, and the clock will continue to roll here. Actually, Friendship will take a timeout to stop the clock at 1:10.
I don't remember Friendship's first timeout. Do you? They've got 2
Yes,
on the board.
No, I don't remember now that you say it.
I honestly can't remember a timeout in the second half for Friendship. They've only got 1 left on the board. I'm sure we're just missing one, but if they had 3 left, then they can obviously get 3 stops and then still have some time to work with. But if they've only got 2 left, then you're talking about some seconds left to work with. So the difference in 1 and 0 timeouts is massive.
So 1:10 left in this one. Tigers trailing 1 point, 35-36. Second down and 8 from the 36-yard line of El Paso Americas, following the interception to get them the ball back at this critical moment. It's a handoff to Ruvalcaba, who's met immediately and drugged down after a 2-yard gain. Brings up 3rd down and 6 now for Americas. 1:05 left as you get another timeout.
So that is still can't tell how many timeouts the Tigers have. I'm trying to hear what the official has to say, but they've got 0 left on the board. Regardless, Tigers have to get a stop on this 3rd down, Keith. It's the difference in, if you got a timeout, 40 seconds, essentially, 45 seconds. Right. But which is a huge amount. Friendship they've had trouble stopping the run because they've been out there all night, but your season depends on it at this point.
Well, they're fired up right here, and they've had a couple of good stops on this drive that you wish was not happening. But 1:05 left here. Tigers trail it by 1 point, and the ball is on the 38-yard line of Americas. 3rd down and 6 for Americas as they come back out. Lone receiver on the near side, covered by Brady Wolf down here on the numbers. Ball's in the middle of the field. 4 men in the backfield. Direct snap to Dumas. He bounces his way around. He shakes off the first contact, and he'll be drugged down near the 50-yard line. He'll be marked down there. It's a pickup of 11 yards for Dumas, but that's a 1st down, and that'll seal things at this point for the Friendship Tigers.
And it has been the Dumas show all night, and unfortunately it's the Dumas show that seals it up, Keith. The Tigers are going to see their season come to an end in a heartbreaking fashion, but man, they've got a lot to keep their heads up about.
Yeah, it's a tough one, absolutely, Choice. It's 7-3, 3-2 on the season. The Tigers will fall to 7-4 here in the bi-district round, but plenty of positives out of this season that the Tigers can be proud of. Some amazing football they've played, an amazing 4-overtime win earlier in the season over Lubbock Cooper. They've broken everything. Wins on the road, district wins, all the things that you talked about that you were waiting to happen, they happened this season. Unfortunately, will not break that district or a playoff win that they were looking to get, but they did make it here to the bi-district round, and they have to be proud of that as well. Moral victory is tough to talk about, but as the final bell rings here at the SAC in El Paso, Texas, the Tigers will fall 36-35 to El Paso Americas in the bi-district round.
You know, Keith, we talked about it in the pregame show. This game, when you expect it to be a tight game, which this was every bit of that, a lot of times mistakes are what is going to end up being the difference. And Tigers just had one mistake at the end of the game, one mistake at the wrong time of the game that ends up costing them. And you got to give it to El Paso Americas. They made a bold call to go for 2.
They did.
To end up taking that lead. Tigers have lost twice that way this year, and it's a terrible way to lose. But again, this Friendship Tigers football team gave every single thing they had. they've got everything out in front of them. They left it all on the field. They've got nothing to hang their heads about.
Absolutely not, Joyce. I agree with you 100%. It's been a fun season, been a fun one to watch. All the great things that have happened this season have been something special. A special group, I know, to Coach Northcutt. We unfortunately have a few technical difficulties. We won't be talking to him tonight, but we will hear from him again, I'm sure, as we move forward. So Tigers will drop this one to El Paso Americas 36-35 in the bi-district round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. We'll be back to wrap this thing up. This is Friendship Tigers football on Double T 97.3.